Good evening, everybody. Surprise, surprise. The commander's on an hour early. I put down 11 o'clock, but I decided, wait a minute, I'm going to go on at 10 o'clock. I'm here at 10 o'clock, so I know at 10 o'clock there are people that are awake in all time zones that have never seen the show before. Welcome, everybody, to an early edition, surprise, surprise, of Encounters. And look behind me. Our topic tonight, brothers and sisters, is the new earth. Yeah, we're going to talk about the new earth. We're going to get everyone to share what they feel the new earth is about. Lupita, good to see you. I know some of my followers go to sleep at 11, so I came on early tonight. I decided to come on early tonight because I want to reach out to people all over the place. Linda, good to see you. Brothers and sisters of light, welcome. I got my apple cider going. A train's going by. You know, what else is new? The trains are going by. Hey, up all night. Good to see you. Hello, Lavola. Good to see you. Elvira. The commander is amped up, brothers and sisters. We're going to have a good show tonight. Not that we're never having a bad show. I've actually updated all my stuff for YouTube. My last show from last night, I downloaded. It should be on there. It will be on there. Green Time Machine. Good to see you, sister. Green Time Machine's great. She's been documenting forever these beautiful ships of light, and she's been on the show before. She really has some great stuff. We love her. She's really doing some good work. So many blessings to you, Prof. Coach Carlos Me. Hey, Coach Carlos Me. I like the early time better. A lot of times, the only reason I don't come on at 10 o'clock is because there's usually people in the other room watching some TV, and if I come at 10, they think I'm good. They're not gonna be able to concentrate on what they're doing. So I like to come on early when I can. I will. You know, if I can come on at 10 o'clock some nights, I will definitely do it. Hey, brother. I know, Chesno, it's not past your bedtime yet. Hope the dog is probably fully grown by now. He's got a beautiful dog, you know. I need to go back in time and change my past mistakes. This is a good time to be alive, you know. So whatever you did before, just look at it within and just let go of it and realize that, you know, you're here now. This is where it is. Not yet, Chesno says. And Chesno is we're all part of a group of 5 that are going to eventually experience something we've never experienced before. And we're all looking forward to it. We're all patiently, been for the last few years just getting ourselves all together with it. And hey, server 144. Hey, Acid TV, good to see you, brother. I found myself knowing that I can go on earlier tonight, and I was sitting around looking at videos and stuff of UFOs, and I'm saying, wait a minute, why am I not going on at 10 o'clock tonight? So here I am. Hey, Mystic Marvin, good to see you, Karen. Everybody coming in here. We have positive vibes in here. You know, once in a while things happen, but we really try to keep things positive because we know in order to, hey, Keno, Jeremy, welcome. Any new people? Kenny, welcome. Donna, Joss, welcome. Hey, I'm an early bird there, Kit Kat. And Kit Kat is also one of the 5. You know, I'd like to introduce you to the new earth with Kit Kat. Chesno, can you come up? Are you able to come up online on the thing here? I want people to get to meet some like really beautiful people, my friends here. We don't get to see each other all the time, but I really love these 2 people, and they're beautiful people. So I like the time better. 7 in Las Vegas. So let me see if I can get them up. We're going to talk about the new earth. That's a subject that is not been talked about. Kano, good to have you with us. And Billo, welcome. Oh, you can't come up? Okay, how about you, Chesno? Can you come up? Let me see if they can come up. Let's see if I can get him up. My brother down south of me. Can I get you up here? We'll see. Gino, are you, Kit Kat, are you on a spaceship? Hey, Dragon Candy, good to see you. I love this background. These are all these people. They're watching the ships of light, and these ships are coming. It's a great, great, great picture in the background here for the show. You're watching Encounters, and we love doing these things. Kit Kat's on a spaceship. I believe you, Kit Kat. I believe you. Just wait when we all go up on the ship. You, me, Chesno, Johnny of the Third Kind. It's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be real interesting. I hope we all fit in these spacesuits that we'll be walking into. I know Chesno and myself, we all have suits that fit us, so it'll be good. You know? And when we all go on the ship, everybody here on Encounters is going to know about me, Chesno, Kit Kat, Johnny of the Third Kind. With April, we're all going to be at one point, and April doesn't even know when we're going on the ship because they don't tell her that either. But we're all going to be going on the ship together, be right before contact happens. So it's going to be a real beautiful vibe, you know what I mean? The vibes are going to be very beautiful, if you can dig what I'm saying. If you can understand where I'm going. Ashley, welcome to the show. I've got the weekend, and I got Thursday and Friday off. I'm taking 4 days straight out, and we're going up to Woodstock, New York to see my cousins who are like really cool people, and we're going to see Ancient Aliens Saturday night. I think it's Saturday night. Yeah. Is it Saturday night? Yeah. It is Saturday night. So, yeah, we're going to see Ancient Alien. Yeah, I'm very, very excited, man. I can't wait to get to see my cousins, go to Ancient Aliens with them, be on the second tier of the theater, waving my hands, and actually saying, and they say, who's waving your hands? Oh, this is Aleon from the show Encounters, and I'm waving my hands because I need to tell everybody something. All the people in this theater, I need to tell you something. Very important. I got to tell you something. So I've got it all on here, man. I am so freaking amped up. When this thing happens, I am not afraid to stand up. The commander is not afraid to stand up with hundreds of people in the theater watching the people that produce Ancient Aliens on stage. When I wave my hands, and I might try to, I won't commit to broadcasting when I do this. I don't know if I can even do that, but I am definitely dedicated, completely bust the matrix at the theater with Ancient Aliens. I can just see it now. A person claiming to be a space person waves his hands in the air at the theater at the Ancient Aliens tour and expresses the fact he does a show called Encounters. He also stated that he was a space being in human form. He also stated that there was going to be contact in 2026. And then security forces told him to sit down. Security forces told me to sit down. Now, I've got this thing so planned out, you wouldn't believe it, folks. I am going to definitely do something that I have not done in a real long time. So remember, the only one on TikTok that's doing this is the commander. Why? Because I have to. You know, I'm not going to be disruptive or anything because I'm going to be really pleasant and tell them how great their show is, how we love their show. It's all positive, right? It's all positive. No negative vibes. All positive. And hey, look, maybe the History Channel will put Encounters on the History Channel. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, we'll see what happens. Mindy, thank you for the gift. We're talking about the New Earth tonight. You know, we always talk about different things. I don't know if I can go live in the theater. I will have to ask the people there if I'm able to go live. It might be because it's in, Ancient Aliens. They might not let it happen. But whatever happens, I will definitely be there waving my hands. Hey, Jordan, good to see you, brother. We'll see who comes in tonight. I know I'm early, so I'm catching a lot of people off guard, but this is really nice. So we're going to be on till, I'd say about 12 midnight, 2 hours. I want to get people's ideas for the New Earth, what you feel the New Earth is. There's a lot of stories and books have been written about it. We see a lot of ancient history about our planet. Hey, good to see you, Julie. Everybody coming in here. For all relatives, hey, Commander, I have no electricity, but I just saw Half Pint's video and where she needs our help. Yeah, we definitely need to help Half Pint. I'll definitely help Half Pint. I love those two. I love Ray and Mary. We'll help them out. What's ever going on, we'll help them out. I don't know what's going on, but we'll find out. Doris Fossey, Rick in Canada, welcome everybody. I want everyone to tap the screen. I want to get to 100,000 before midnight tonight. We're like in the cosmic twilight zone. You're probably saying, what time is it? No, it's not 11 o'clock. It's not 11 o'clock. The commander's on it. It's only 10:17. Has time gone crazy? It's only 10:17 in the evening. The commander's on. This is amazing. New discoveries in Egypt. Yeah, Denise, and I want to bring people up. So tonight, hey, Armando, I want to bring people up here. Don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. I'm very approachable. I'm an approachable space person, unintentional visitor. I'm an approachable space person. It's only 10:17. Hey, Timmy. I am so amped up tonight. I can't tell you how amped up I am. If I tell you any more than I'm amped up, I'm going to be even more amped up. Watch out. We have 119, 118 people in here. Everybody share the show. Let everybody know. Okay. User 430, welcome. Let me see what's going to happen here. Sonia, I'm so worried about Mary and Ray. Her last video was crying and so distort. I'll definitely try to help them. I don't know what I can do. But if they come in here, if I see them on live, I'm going to try to help them a little bit. I know they left their mountaintop, and I am concerned about that. And I know they go on the ship with the Anunnaki, so I'm wondering what's happening with that, I don't know. I have no idea what's happening. But we'll find out. We will keep that kind of off the program, but we'll find out what's happening. I don't know what I can do. I don't want to jump into a situation that I can't really do something. I want to just see if maybe collectively all of us who are friends with them can help them in some way. I don't know what's happening. I don't even know what's happening. So, but anyway, hey, Nicole, good to see you. And I'm all about bringing at this time, this is really important to understand. We're going to have a new Earth, but in order to have a new Earth, what do we have to do? Let's have that discussion. Before we have any kind of contact, we need to come together in a synchronistic way, all of us. Every single person has to give up all whatever they're thinking about another person. That has to just be gone. Because in order to live in a harmonious planet, we're going to have to be harmonious with each other. We're going to have to be harmonious with each other. Thank you, Intentional. I have a story that I saw last year, Elvira. So we're going to bring people up here. Well, if I can. Elvira, only you have 4 followers. You gotta change your setting to public so people can follow you, and then we can have people follow you. You know what I mean? I like the background too. I like to change things up a bit. Yeah, Salty Dog. We're a little bit early tonight. No, my wife's sleeping. My daughter's not here, and we're live early. So yeah. Hey, Starseed. Welcome, Starseed. HRI Days something, Nate. Lynette Beach. Hey, Lynette. It's been a while. Lynette's a contactee. Hey, those are beautiful ships. And I got my new chimes outside. It's a little bit windy, so if you hear like chimes, they're outside on the porch. These are beautiful ships. Good morning, Mama Gaga. Hey, Lee Frost, Robert. I want to just say I love you all. You're all great people. This is really cool to see everybody coming in here. Don't be shy. Hey, conference. Hey, Tammy. Terry Venus, welcome, Garden of Roses. Taro, I think it's Terra Shark. Hey, Terra Shark. Debbie 659. Man. Hey, Bazella, good to see you. We got a little bit of wind. The chimes are going. Hey, Susie Beach Toes. I think 1 pound. Dr. DT Free. Sissy. Papa Joe. Yes, early today. Thanks, Commander. Hey, Linda, good to see you. Mag Trip. Joyce Keller. 06. Hey, Joyce. I think we're going to do it tonight. We're going to get a couple hundred folks on here tonight. Hey, Sunchild, Four Wind Rising. Come on down to Encounters. You know, I love all these ships behind me. You see, I told you the ships would be here. I told you there'd be ships here. This is just giving you an idea how beautiful it is. See these people here? They're all standing around as the ships of light are coming down all over the place. Just imagine what the planet's going to be like, the new Earth's going to be like. And I want to get people's thoughts on what they feel the new Earth is going to be like. I want to know what your dreams are about the new Earth. I want to know what your feelings are about the new Earth versus the old Earth. Because the Earth we're in now is essentially going to be the old Earth. The new Earth is going to be a place where there is harmonious relationships with everything. It's going to be where nature is beautiful, where the oceans and seas are beautiful, where the rivers and lakes are beautiful, where people are living in a beautiful state of consciousness. No reptilians, that's right, Bob. And also no Zeta. And any other types of beings like that. Hey, Mando, good to see you, brother. Much love to you. Donald Curtis, welcome to the show. Bright colors and fields of flowers, yes. Steve, hello everyone. Arcturian human hybrid here, willing to help anyone out in difficulty. And we want to hear about people. Come and show who you are. If you're an Arcturian, a Palladian, a Syrian, a Martian like me, you know, show who you are. Be who you are, you know. Cameron, good to see you. Everybody come, all the new people coming in here. Come on in. This is Encounters. We're using a different background. So I've decided to, you know, play around with different backgrounds because I think that energies, all the backgrounds I have are great. But I like to do different things. Hey, we're on a little bit early, JoJo. I'm going to keep everybody up all night. I might do I'm not going to do an all-nighter. That would be kind of ridiculous. But I am going to be here. Okay? Unintentional. Come on up. We're going to bring you up, Unintentional. Matter of fact, Unintentional visitor, go into the queue on the guest option. I'll bring you up, and you can ask me that question. You know, Mike Jones, hey, I'm not sure what is. All I know is that I don't believe things are as portrayed these days. And Mike, I would agree with you. Everything that is portrayed these days is an illusion. I'm coming in UFO. I like that. I'm coming in UFO, a UFO. I like that name. I believe I would feel blessed to be one. Hey, Crosby Girl, thank you for the heart. Hey, Star, good to see you. Man, I think my energy is so out there now that it's going to affect everybody in a good way out there, you know? Cosby Girl, thank you for the roses. You know, we're all in this together, you know what I mean? We're all going to, you know, be together when this happens. And I've traveled. Hey, Holistic, you've traveled? Hey, Leaf Canada, good to see you. Good evening. Kathy, good evening, everybody. All the new people, come on in. You're scanning TikTok right now. Stop at your tracks and get in this room. You're scanning and see, oh, what is that? What a spaceship. Come on in. For that split moment that you're seeing me, come on in this room. I know you're trying to figure out where to go on TikTok. Come on in. Loretta, good to see you. Lynette Davies, Liz, welcome to the show. We want to bring everybody, all the good people on TikTok that want to know what's happening. This is where it's happening. And I'm on, hey, Cosby Girl, thank you for that. I keep getting buzzing pain from my right hip. I have no idea what that's about. Steve Miles, welcome. Noon 92021. Liz, welcome back. Things are running pretty good. Strict 9. Lawrence says, come on. Hey, Lawrence. How you doing, brother? Come on, wake up. Right on, brother. Right on. The energy is feeling amazing tonight, and it really is. I mean, I am feeling extremely amazing. I know some people might not be feeling physically well, but, you know, everything's cool. Rita Maria, welcome. Matt Groove. BL, welcome to the show. Everybody come, Paradise. Let me see what we got in the queue here. You got to be over 18. No foul language. No drinking on the show. No drugs. No paranormal discussion. No religion. No politics. But we do have my friend Acid TV coming up. And about the Earth, which is really cool. TV, hey brother, how you doing?
Good, brother. Give me 1 second.
I will definitely do that. Julie
What?
Harrington, you're excited about your weekend. I'm so excited about going upstate to go to this thing, Ancient Aliens, and also to get to Woodstock, New York. I'm just really excited to be up there. I have this feeling because they're in the country where they live, they have a barn and everything. I have a feeling, I mean, I can't, there's no way I'm going to be able to prove this. I got a feeling we're going to have something of like a contact or a sighting when we stay over their place. They have like a small farm up there in upstate New York, south of Woodstock. So I got the feeling something is going to beautifully happen, but who knows? Hey, Acid TV, how you doing?
Good, man. How you doing? Sorry about that. I had to sneak out of the bedroom, get in the living room, and talk.
I know that. I know how that works. My wife is sleeping, and she went to
Yeah,
sleep early. So I said, I'm sitting around, playing with my, looking at TikTok. I'm saying, why don't I go on an hour earlier? And
yeah.
so I decided to do it. Yeah.
I
So
love
what's
it, man.
happening?
I'm glad you come
Yeah.
on early. Like I have more energy. But hey, I have. If you want to do it the same we did last time, I have two videos
Yeah.
ready for you to check
Yeah.
out. If you want to show the audience, I'll leave it in your hands.
Yeah. I'm actually charging up my iPad because it's on low power.
Okay.
So I'm not using it right now only because I'm charging it up. It's like what's that, 8% or something. I didn't realize it.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, but we'll have to do that. I mean, you can
absolutely.
give some idea of the story about the video, and also I want to ask you. You're tuned in. What do you feel the new Earth should be like, or what do you feel it's going to be like when we experience it?
That's heavy. That's something I'm still kind of meditating on, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But
Okay.
personally, I think it's a place of much love and peace. We need to re-harmonize with ourselves, each other, and nature, and the universe, and everything. And it's just like so. Here's an analogy. So if anybody's into music and you play instruments, when you play them a long time, they eventually need tune because they go out of harmony a little bit. You gotta tune things once in a while. And I think that we've really became out of tune, and we need to reharmonize as
Mm.
a collective
Mm-hmm.
and reconnect with ourselves, truly with ourselves and with nature. And I can't stress that enough. I mean, since I was a kid, I felt at the institutions we were in, the way we live, our lifestyles, our food. It just everything didn't feel right to me, and I didn't know what these feelings were until I got older. I became educated and realized that this. And I don't want to say too much to get anybody in trouble, but the
Right. Right.
system we live in could be a lot better than what it is.
Right.
And so, me personally, I think that it's just a matter of us harmonizing with our planet and our feelings and who we are, why we're here. You know, it's just funny why people are always asking why is something about animals. I just need to
Yeah.
be around animals. I need to be around animals. And what is that? It's because they live exactly the way they're supposed to be living. And we
Yeah.
we envy that. We don't have that anymore. We live in a system. We live in a structured system that isn't natural almost.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so when we see animals, they live in this natural way, and we just want to, we connect with that. We need that in our souls, you know?
Yeah. And I think that that whole thing, when we talk about where we are now, it's some cases for people to say, well, how can we get there? How, it's hard to, for some people, it's hard to believe that we're actually going to have a society living on a new Earth. Now, when I say new Earth, years ago, I used to think when people would talk about the new Earth in the New Age community, I was thinking there's this other planet called a new Earth that we're going to. But years later, I understand that the new Earth is going to be the planet we're living on. So therefore, obviously, when we have contact and all the ones come out from the ocean, and then our space brothers and sisters come from other worlds here, coming to the Earth from space, that is going to be the beginning of the transformation of us living on a new Earth. Now, will the
Yeah.
structures of buildings still be here? Will the neighborhoods still be the same? Probably for now, but everything's going to shift to a different, it'll be a different vibration. Therefore, it's hard to say how the new Earth will look on our planet here because the new Earth starts with all of us, right? We're the
Yeah.
ones who create the consciousness. If our consciousness doesn't shift, which is impossible that it won't. But if our consciousness doesn't shift and stays stagnant, then there's nothing new. If our consciousness here, folks, shifts, which it is every day, then the planet's consciousness is also shifting. Mother Earth, we call it Mother Earth because it is our mother and
Yeah.
we live on it. She is a sentient being which is living, and she is also shifting and erupting her energies, and she wants to go. She wants to just get out of this mess that we've created.
Yes. No, I,
I
I
really
agree
believe that.
completely. And actually, while we're speaking, Commander, since you can't show those videos at the moment, I'm going to put something up in my background, an image that I have. It's very interesting. Once I find it here,
Okay.
hold on a second,
Yeah.
and I'll explain exactly what's syncing the picture from iCloud. Okay. Hopefully, it lets me do this. Give me 1 second. Come on. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Turn that off. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm like new to this stuff, so I'm trying to figure this all
Yeah.
out. Give me 1 second. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
take your time. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I've been there.
There we go.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So, if you look carefully, this is deep because I've never really, I've only showed this picture and some of the stuff I share with you with a very few people. It's very deep for me. So, if you notice,
Yeah.
this is our sun, and the beams
Hmm.
that are shooting out the side. That's just the video glare. That's a glare of the sun.
Yeah.
The video. That's nothing. But if you look above it to the right corner, the
I
top right,
see a planet.
that's not a planet. That is a giant orb, and there's a smaller one to the left of it.
Oh, yeah. I
Now,
see. You're right.
yep.
There's a little orb. It looks like a line, like it's like really beautiful. And then there's yeah, that's really amazing, man.
Yeah, so Commander, I'm still, there's something with these orbs that it's just, they are everywhere around me. And they're like these whitish translucent orbs. I've been saying this from day one, and
Hmm.
people are starting to realize, pilots are seeing them, and this, they're realizing, hey,
Yeah.
he's lying, I mean, this is really a thing that's happening in our world.
Yeah.
This is a thing that's happening in our reality, and people, they're coming in and out of dimensions. It's quite impressive, really. So this picture here is from an actual video that I
Oh,
had to
wow.
slow down. Yes, I had to slow it down. So this giant orb up in the top right corner actually flew across the screen, and as it flew across the screen, it shot the little one out of it. So I don't know if
Really?
that little orb, yeah, if it's like if that was a portal or what that opened up, but whatever it was, that smaller one came out of that bigger one, and then that bigger one disappeared, and the smaller one just moved away. But it happened so fast, I had to bring it down like
Oh, wow.
5 times the speed. Yet I have the original video that I need to. I have an archive of stuff. I have to go back and like slow it down. I can eventually share that, but I have to find which one. I have tons of pictures from videos, and it's hard for me to find out which one
Yeah.
because there's so much to look through.
Well, this picture here, when I look at it, what happened was as I read the story, as you tell me the story and tell our people on our program encounters the story, it seems to me that if we were up next to the bigger one, that
Yeah.
thing was a huge spaceship, and it
Yeah.
shot out a little, what I call a little ship.
Yeah.
That little ship is probably bigger than two buses.
Oh,
So
it's
when you
huge.
think of the big ship you got there, I love looking at the picture because it shows people, if you look at it, you can see that round circular orb, but that thing is massive. And then you have the little thing it shot out as he narrated it. It shot out that little ship above the sun, and that is probably a scout ship of some sort.
Yeah. Yeah. It's magnificent. It's
Yeah,
magnificent. And I want to tell everybody here, there's no trick photography, there's no CG. I have the original video of this that I could literally break it down and show anybody. I can, if anybody, I can prove all my stuff is legit. And I'm going to tell everybody as well. This is a real thing. This is really happening in our world, in our reality, in our
yeah,
planet. They are here. There are things here. I mean, absolutely. I'm in contact with them. There are boundaries. There's nothing to be afraid of. But it is
yeah,
fearful because it's the unknown. Nobody knows of
right.
this stuff. It's like all new stuff. It's like,
And you know what? And there will be boundaries only because, depending, as you're building a relationship with the star people, then there'll be certain boundaries until they feel they want to make sure that everything's okay with you, that they can show you more. And at some point,
yes,
I do believe you'll be probably going on in a journey with them, and they're probably your star family, and you're probably going to meet them, and somehow, at some point, you're going to actually, well, you will when contact happens. You somehow there's a relationship you've built with the
yes,
intelligences behind those things, and I know that because I know you, and so that's a beautiful thing. And to document it, like just April, she documents everything. You're
yeah,
documenting everything. I know some of you out there are having contact with your star people. You might not have physically seen them but
Yeah.
you see their large orb ships. You might see whatever kind of ships they have, but they know, and there's a relationship you have there, and that's such a beautiful thing. That's why I've said that before. I think individuals like Acid TV and there are certain people out there that are having individual experiences like this, and it's leading up to the greater thing, which is mass contact.
Well, you're absolutely right, Commander. I agree with you in every way. And it's funny because last night you had Jillian on as a guest, and she's from Ireland.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's wonderful. She's my sister, dude. Like I mean, not by blood, but I mean, she's family. She's my sister
Oh,
because
she's beautiful. She's a beautiful she was
yes.
an incredible guest last night. I
Oh
thank
my
you
God.
for,
Yeah.
we love
Yeah.
her. She's great.
Yes. Her and I had this very exact experiences, and we're having the same things, the same crafts, same everything. Orbs, it's insane. We've connected, and we're just like blown away. We talk every day, and there's a sense of family there. I can't explain. It's very deep, and I know it goes beyond this physical
Right, it
human.
does.
I know it does.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely.
It's you both have a star connection, probably to the same star system, wherever that is. That's why you have that relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have such, and I want to, I want to compliment you. I mean, I just get such a wonderful feeling from you, and I can just sense. I don't know. Your heart's huge. You have a good, really good heart, a good spirit, and that's why. I mean, there's not many people I've shared, and it's not like it's a secret or nothing. I want to make sure
Right,
I
right.
share my stuff with the right person. And I definitely think and know that you are the right person.
Oh,
Um,
thank you. I appreciate
yeah,
that.
and I really mean that. I truly do.
And I care about everybody. That's why I tell people any other shows over the years on TikTok that have burnt people, I don't do that. I've been a contactee since I was a kid, had a lot of sightings, never forgot anything, and have grown over the years. Well, certainly as an adult in my consciousness. I've experienced things myself, and I just know things are what they are. Came out of the closet a long time ago for a little bit as a kid, and then, like the other kids were angry at me for saying I was from Mars, and I went, I basically kept to myself for a lot
Yeah,
of years, But now I don't care. I'm out of the closet. I can tell people, yeah, I'm a human being. I work for a living. I have a family, but I'm also from Mars. Just like in the '60s, you had the women's rights movement. You had the gay rights movement. It's time for people to not be afraid to say I'm from the Pleiades star system, or I've had contact with my space family physically.
yeah,
You have the right to be who you are, and I'm really firmly a believer. And I'm seeing so many beautiful people over the last 3 years come here who are having contact, who are having personal relationships telepathically, if not physically yet, but at least telepathically, they're communicating.
yeah,
The space people, the star people will honor you if you're not ready to meet them. They'll communicate with you telepathically. That's, me, I'm ready to meet them, but I'm doing telepathic communications. I don't channel. And you have a relationship with your
yeah.
star family. I'm sure you
Yes.
get messages downloaded from them too, right?
Oh, it's insane. It's
Yeah.
so and there again there's boundaries. So when I it's like dialing a number. You have to pick up the phone, you dial a number, and sometimes
Yeah.
you get an answer. It's not like they just do it to me. It's not like that. When I want it, I'll go into a certain state of my mind and I'll get what I need and what they want to share with me. It's a
Yeah.
relationship. It isn't they're not my pet. I don't say, "Hey, come here."
All right.
It's
They're not a pet. They're,
they're
they
not a
have, they're
pet. Yeah,
independent. No, they're
don't
not
ever
at all.
don't
No.
be. Yeah, I try not to be condescending with it. I say they're like how I treat another person or a friend. It's like
Right.
I invite them. Say hello, my friends. Are you interested? Would you it's an invite. It's an invitation.
Yeah.
And
And
there is
the word star family is the key thing. Family,
yes,
star, that's what they are. They're not, we don't own anybody. We're connected with them. We have a relationship that we're just renewing our relationships. We're all waking up now that we have a renewed relationship to
yes,
star people that are wherever they are. I don't know who everybody's star family is. There's no way I'm going to do that. But everybody, if they focus on learning about their star family, whoever they are, they will contact you. You just have to be
yeah.
willing to, do that.
You have to be ready for it, and sometimes we don't even know if we're ready or not. It just happened to me one day. I'm like, I guess I'm ready. They knew
Yeah.
before I knew I was ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the way that I connect with them and communicate, it's more in images,
Yeah.
visualizations, like in my head, like thoughts and epiphanies. Like, oh, I just got that. Oh, that okay, I understand now. It's like epiphanies of information. It isn't like verbal. It isn't like Hearing that, it's just more of that, just all visualizations and epiphanies. It's really insane, and then my mind just like puts the pieces together to puzzle. So it's very appropriate, and
And
it's
and I
wonderful.
want you to. I'm looking really impressively to the photo. Can you explain what we're looking at right now?
Oh, so this is the same one, but just in a negative image, so you guys can
Oh, and
see
a
that.
negative imaging. Wow, look at that. It's pretty cool. The sun, and
Right.
then there's the orb and the little orb. Wow, it's
Yeah, exactly. It's
interesting
just
we're
it's
able to do
flipped
that.
around. So this is, I'm showing you guys. This isn't CG. This is the opposite. I mean, I didn't mess with this. This is like, and I have the
Yeah,
video. So I just think that that's an interesting photograph. This way, because you can really see the outline and you can see the clarity of
yeah.
that big orb
Wow,
is just like unbelievable. It's just magnificent, really.
it's
Is
really
that a planet?
impressive.
Is that a planet? I was like, no, that's not a planet. That's a planet
Right,
wouldn't be revealed that time of the day, right there by the.
right. No, at first when I looked at it, I was thinking I've seen Narubu many years ago when I
Yeah.
first got a PC computer before they had any of this stuff. This I don't know how I met him. It was on the internet. This guy, I don't know how I met him anymore, but he had pictures of Narubu, and he was an astronomer in Texas, and he showed me the photo. I wish I still had the photos, but it was really amazing. And then, we didn't have CGI or AI. These photos he took with special telescope, and you can see behind the sun this huge thing, and it was Narubu. That's the first I ever heard of Narubu, and it was really
Oh
really
wow.
cool. You know,
Yeah.
I did
So
get to see photos.
if we don't have the time tonight, that's fine. But I will explain to your guests if you have time to show it at any point if they come to
Yeah.
my channel.
Hmm.
So in the two videos that I was going to share tonight, the one is an orb. They're both orbs actually. And the one is during the day, and the one is when the sun was setting. And the
Hmm.
one where the sun is setting is really unbelievable. It actually flashes at me, and it gets enormous, like the size of the moon. And then
Yeah.
it gets smaller, and it kind of moves really slowly. But the whole time, if you zoom in, you can see the outline of the orb, and it's a very white luminescent. And there's a thing in the center of it, like a nucleus. It's really interesting.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, it's really a brilliant video. And in the first one is during the day, you can see the orb coming down and kind of changing its position really rapidly. And then it kind of fades out into the bottom of the screen, but it goes right across. These things are always in the sun, the direction and the area
Hmm.
of the sun. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking it has to do with some kind of an energy thing. I'm not really 100% yet with that, but
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I found in the last few years a lot of the Soho satellite, which is the space satellite that
anything's
focuses on the
going on.
sun, the
Yeah,
Soho satellite, people have documented through the satellite imaging that there are spaceships that are hovering around the sun. Now, these ships have to be extremely advanced to be able to do
yes,
that.
yeah,
And supposedly, what these ships are doing is they're regenerating their energy from the sun.
I believe that. I do.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because it only makes, I mean, they're always around that area of the sun and they come around it. I mean, it's got to be something with that.
Yeah, it definitely is something going on there. But this is really amazing stuff to be able to come up and share this with everybody. And this is what it's about,
Yeah.
all these things, these orb ships and these other ships that are appearing around Earth. They're getting us ready for a big shift.
Yeah.
And that shift, there's no denying that right now, since last year, well, we've had always, since I was a kid, there's always been, before we had the internet, before we had TikTok and all that, people would have to just, they wouldn't know how to talk to somebody else. Oh, did you have a sighting? Now we have TikTok, we have all this stuff here. In 2 minutes, someone could come on and say, Commander, I want to show you a spaceship out in the desert where I live here. It's happening right now. Whoever thought of that 40 years ago or 50 years ago happening?
But
Look where
yeah.
we are now. Technically speaking, on my show, I've had tons of people come on, and then we'd see, just like we did last night in Ireland, we saw the
Mhm.
ship in the
Yeah.
field, and that was amazing. How would we have done that 40 or 50 years ago? You
Oh,
know?
Jillian, she has so much stuff. She has so much stuff
Oh,
to share. But her and I, this is the beginning, Commander. Like I told you before, I'm gonna really connect with you. I kind of so like I do get on TikTok occasionally. I'm not here for any of that. I have a
yeah.
small little community that I do like home renovations, which is totally off
Okay.
subject. But so I do my own stuff. That's what I'm all about. But this has just been something that's been a part of my life for a long time, and I feel I need to get it out into public. I feel like
Yeah.
this is my mission. This is why, Commander. This is I'm doing what I need to do.
Yeah, no, and there's no way it's something that it's like you have your Earth-based 3D life of work or whatever, but
Exactly.
but now the other part of your consciousness is taking over, and I
Yes.
think that can be said for anyone watching Encounters. You're experiencing an extension and an explosion of consciousness as we get ready. I mean, you're having experiences of going to sleep. People are having dreams that you can't, understand what they
Yes.
are. We're feeling the energies, excuse me, the energies of the earth actually shifting, right, everybody? So
Oh,
as the earth is
intense.
shifting,
Yeah.
our consciousness is shifting too. The planet Mother Earth is shifting,
Very intense.
and that's why it's important for me to talk about the new earth tonight. I've dealt with a lot of cosmic subjects, but this is really the core thing: is what kind of planet are we going to live on? People in the UFO community have to not just look at the abductions and whatever else is in the subject or the ancient structures, but now the question is, we're going into a situation this year where we need to talk about what our Earth is going to be. What kind of Earth are we going to have? What kind of
What do you
planet do you
think?
folks want to have? I mean, I think we're going to have a different planet. I mean, our planet will still be here, but I think that in order to have a sense of contact, everybody, we have to get our acts together. Now, I know a lot of people here watching me have their acts together.
It's
Um,
true. It's true.
but there's a lot of people, but there's still billions of people on Earth that are not totally aware of what's happening yet.
You can't
So
go
that's
into a new world with an old way of thinking.
no, you can't. There's no way you can. I mean,
No.
if everybody, I think we are all, whether you're at the first level of awakening on here, second, third, fourth, whatever it is, or you're fully awakened, which some people are, we all have to be the way showers for our neighbors. That means
Nobody.
if you're living in a small village in France or a small island in the Pacific, or you're in Japan or wherever you are, and you are awakened and there's a group of you, then the hardest thing you're going to have to do now is somehow get together with people and start talking about the planetary changes and the new Earth. Because we're going to go through planetary changes. I mean, we are. It's not that we're going to. We are. There's no way around it. We can't run away from what's going to be happening. And I
No.
think there's going to be some things that we're going to go through this year in order to get to the other side of the cosmic mountain, so to speak. We'll do it, but we all have to do it together.
Yeah, it sort of
Um,
has to happen.
yeah, it really does. I
We
mean,
can't
if we
go on
don't,
the way we've been living.
no, we've been too subjected to feeling comfortable from a human perspective because of the things around us.
Yes.
But now that we have to just force ourselves, no one can force anybody to do anything. We have to look within ourselves and make that
Yes.
shift and make that change, everybody.
It has to come within. Exactly.
It's the key thing this year for me is, I will talk about at my workshops, the new earth and what that means, and try to get people to wake up enough to realize that, if they're asking for somebody to help them create the new earth, uh, there can be facilitation and guidance, but everybody has to be involved in that process. Everybody in my audience has to be involved in that process. We all, excuse me, I'm sorry about that, have to be
The
involved in this
allergies are starting.
process. All
Yeah.
207 of you, we're all in this together.
Oh, the whole planet has to. Even the richest man in the world and poorest man in the world, or woman, doesn't matter. We're all in
Right.
the same ship, and our ship
And you know
sinks.
what? Yeah, and well, the other thing people have to realize, you say, I wish I had a mansion like so and so who's in Hollywood or whatever. Who cares about the
I
mansion?
don't care about
Those
that.
things are all material things that don't matter. Because
Yeah.
when we have contact, the space people don't live in mansions.
No.
Do you think the space people from the Pleiades star system or another planetary, the Arcturians or any of the others, live in like mansions? They don't have mansions. They don't have big TV sets in a 5-car garage or something. The space people don't care about. They don't care about that stuff. We,
Nah,
not saying not people in this room in this broadcast, but there are people on the planet that have 5 yachts. They own 3 or 4 islands,
oh
and they
yeah,
think they're like in heaven. But they don't understand that stuff is not. Hey, Brim, that's not gonna really matter.
they're all
They're
distractions.
it doesn't really matter. And the thing is, I'm very straight honest with people. I mean, I will get in people's faces if I don't feel that there's a truth there. And I came to this planet to bust the system, you know. And
Yeah.
even with my friends, if my friends, when my physical friends here that are enlightened, we always have great conversations. You know, we talk about things now, and it's just really, hey, Gr, good to see you. It's really important that we step up to the plate, cosmically speaking, and the one thing we have to do is be true to ourselves. You know, I can have 10,000 crystals behind me, and everything I have set up here, I know what I'm doing. I set up all my crystals here behind me because all these crystals are part of an energetic frequency. And I'm setting up a frequency in this room that will allow my space family to come through a rift to visit me when the time comes. They'll be able to come in here, maybe stay for a little bit before we have main contact. But in order for us to have main contact, everybody, we have to be prepared. We have to do the meditation work. We have to look at who we are, what we are, and who we think we are. You know,
Yep.
we
Absolutely.
really do. And that's why I'm really amped up. You know, I'm getting more amped up every day. You know, we have all our days. You know, I'm still a human being. I have my days when, like, oh, like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. But then when I get in this conscious state of being really amped up, it's like, oh man, we can just jump over the mountain and no problem, right?
Well, yeah,
And we
we
all
have
have
to
those
think.
days.
Absolutely. We have to think about our future generations as well. I mean, what's that saying? The person who plants a tree never gets to bear its fruits. It's like
Yeah,
because they were selfless. They knew that they had to plant these trees and then the future would bring fruit for the next generation. And we don't do that anymore. We just take, and we don't care about the future.
yeah, we do. We take.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank you, brother, for being up here. It's been a
Always a
pleasure. And
pleasure.
the sharing of the orb ship. You can see people that orb ship. My friend
Yep.
Acid, he's doing some great work, documentations. Everything has to be real that we show people. And to me, if it's not real, I can read the energy and say, no, this is not real. Not because I don't love anybody, because that's part of my mission is to Samjase, yes, Samjase, the Palladian, yes, quick bros one. I have a picture of Samjase and her sister. I don't know where it is now, but I do have a picture of them. The thing is, we have to be ready. I do have the pictures here somewhere. Actually, I do have them right here. Let me, not to get too crazy, but I do have a picture. I document everything I have here. I have a picture of, I have these pictures of crop circles. Let me see who gave these to me. Anyway, I have a lot of stuff in my thing here. You can kind of see the crop. Well, you can't really see them here, but I've got these pictures. These are just photos, but I do have a picture
Oh
of
wow, sorry about that.
Samjase. Anyway, I want to thank you, Acid, for being here.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, I got stuff from Billy Meyer. Billy Meyer. Matter of fact, 1975, 1980. I have pictures that were given to me by somebody who was over in Switzerland with Billy Meyer. He took photographs, and I have pictures of the Palladian spaceships. And maybe I'll show that a little bit later.
I'm
So
gonna drop
everything
down,
I
brother.
have, I'm going to let you drop down. Thank you very
All
much.
right.
And Acid TV, when are you live so people know when you're live?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I do, like I said, I used to do like just working on my house and some like little
Yeah,
projects and
that kind
stuff.
of stuff.
I'm an artist, but I'll
Yeah,
tell you what, um, I thought about going outside when it gets a little warmer out and setting
yeah.
up a camera and seeing if I can't invite some of these friends of mine on a live. But it's really intense to do something like that. I'm not sure if um,
Yeah, take your time with it,
yeah,
meditate on that because that's a lot of work, you know what I
it
mean?
is. It is, yeah.
I
So,
mean, I'm
but
not
I
telling you
might
not
do
to
that.
do it, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I usually once or twice a week I go live. Sometimes it depends how I feel, if I feel like it or not.
Yeah, and you have to go with your feelings.
Yeah. Yep. But you're the guy. You're the guy that I come to. I don't really get
Oh,
too
good.
involved with
Okay.
the lies. I'll share
Well,
with you and
yeah, I
yep.
appreciate that. All right,
All right,
that's it. I'm
man.
gonna
Have a
bring you
good night,
down. We
brother.
have we got somebody in queue here. We're gonna find now to get on the show. You have to be over 18. No foul language. No cursing on the show. No trolls. No drunks on the show. No paranormal discussion. No religion. No politics. So let me see who we got here. Welcome everybody to the show, and let's see who we got coming in. We have Mel. We're going to bring Mel on and as a guest. And if you want to get in queue and be a guest, please do. We're talking about the new Earth. What do you think the new Earth is going to be like, folks? What is it going to be like? Mel, hey, welcome. Hey, Mel, how you
Hi,
doing?
welcome. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice
Seems
to
like
meet you too.
I just started listening to you right now. It's like 5 minutes, but you're saying everything that I agree with for sure. Um,
Oh, great.
what I
And
seen in the new Earth. All right, let me start off with in 2016. I started having visions, and I started telling everybody God's coming out of left field. Just all of a sudden it started happening, and then I started capturing paranormal things in my photos, like the stuff you would see on Ancient Aliens. I got actual creatures
yeah,
that
yeah,
you see on the show, but they're in my photos.
yeah,
And these aren't photoshopped at all. They're actual, real, mistakenly captured, images, right?
yeah.
So all of a sudden I started having visions and stuff, and I had a vision of the new Earth, and what I seen was like rolling fields of wildflowers
Oh,
as far as you
beautiful.
could see, hills of them, and we're all. It was like I can't tell how many people, but I thought I was at a concert at first.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, I'm in the middle of a crowd of people, and but we're up on a plateau at the
yeah,
very top, and I see everybody staring out. It's dead silent there. It was like there's nobody talking, not even whispering, and so I'm like, I can't see what they're all looking at, but they're all staring outward. So I made my
yeah,
way to the edge, and I look out, and sure enough, that's all I see is this hill upon hill of flowers, and it's like breezing,
yeah.
but everything was like super glossy,
Mm-hmm.
almost like it
Mm-hmm.
got sprayed with, a good gloss first, good clear coat,
Yeah.
you know. And then I noticed I didn't have the weight of gravity pushing me down.
Oh, that's interesting.
That sensation was gone, and
Yeah,
I look, and there was a lady standing next to me. I kind of bumped into her, but she didn't even flinch. She didn't even notice that I bumped into her.
yeah.
Um, and I look over the edge, and I feel like, So I jump off the edge, and I fly all the way down and land on the ground, and I'm like, wow, I look up and jump
Yeah,
back up on top of the plateau, and I
yeah,
look around, and that's where the vision ended.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
but it
it's a
was incredible.
beautiful
It showed
vision
me
too. It's,
in that
yeah.
vision too of how the world operates with no money, no,
Hmm.
no trading, no barter. It was just,
Right.
you're born with a gift, and that's what you
Yeah.
provide to society, and it's not a
So your
full-time
vision,
job. It's, there's,
yeah. So Mel, your vision is a beautiful vision because you're like a way shower. You're like what I call a seer in your visions when you're having that when you're in that state of consciousness. You're seeing the future reality of how beautiful this planet can be. Correct?
I see in the new planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this,
Not,
we're not going off this planet, just to let people know, we're not leaving the Earth. This
I think we
planet's going
are.
to be we're going to be transformed into a new planet. The Ashtar Command, our space family, they're coming to this planet. They're not taking us off the planet. Well, they're going to take us off the planet for a few hours. But when we
See, I
come
seen
back
different.
down on but it's going to be a different planet. It is going to be a different planet in the sense that we're not going to have everything looking like shopping malls and,
Right. I
people,
didn't see any buildings, right?
yeah,
You
it's
know,
different. We will have homes to live in, but they're going to be similar to what our space families live in on their planets. It's very different.
Let
Yeah.
me see
So,
what to tell you. My first vision I ever experienced um, was in 2016, and I find myself all of a sudden I'm floating in space, and I'm looking at the Earth from in space, looking out. First I'm thinking, how am I breathing out here? How would I get out here?
yeah,
And
yeah,
so then I focus on what I'm looking at, and I see the Earth down there, and from the right I see this yellow streak, and bang! It was an asteroid hit the planet,
hmm,
and instantly I felt it's okay. There's still a lot of people alive. No, didn't kill everybody. It's gonna be okay.
hmm,
And as I'm thinking that, um, all of a sudden comes another one, and when the second one hit, it was like this wave of emotion like came over me. And it
yeah,
was like the pain and the sorrow of everybody. It was
yeah,
so terrible. It was something I cried for days. You know what I mean? Not
hmm,
bawling, but my eyes wouldn't
right,
stop
right,
dripping.
right. Yeah. No, I understand.
And it
And
was all
that's the thing.
the people that were fooled and tricked and stuck there, you know, and especially the children,
Yeah. Well, you
to
know
me,
what?
in my head, it's a jab. Once you get that jab, it's alters your
Yeah.
DNA,
Oh
and then
yeah.
you're no
Well,
longer of God.
Your DNA now is altered. I mean, you're not the same person you were, 20 years ago. Even I think nobody's the same as they were.
I
You
don't think your
definitely
DNA
have
changes though.
your DNA. So your DNA basically becomes activated. And your DNA is encoded. Every person here, when we have these Earth changes going on, your DNA is encoded because everybody here, as I said earlier in the program, even though you're having the human experience, maybe you're a carpenter, maybe you work in a supermarket, maybe you are a farmer, maybe
Right.
you're whatever. We all
Yep.
come from different things. As a human experience, we're all here to experience families. Maybe we have great families. Maybe we have people that argue with each other. Part of the
And
human experience, right? But
yeah,
in
right. Yep.
essence,
And
we
I
all
definitely
have
agree.
something. We all have something, Mel, to bring to the table. What you share here is your experiences through your visions, which are important, and that's why I want people to talk about what they feel the new Earth is like. And I want to get all perspectives of the new Earth on the show tonight because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it collectively brings us together in harmony with each other, and that's where we need to be.
But when that after that happened, and everybody was dead. I seen that we're gonna go to the new world, which is God's plan. It's the blue star that's orbiting the sun right now.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know about it, but I
I'm not.
documented it.
I know about Narubu, which I've known about before we
You
had
know,
TikTok and
those
Facebook.
yeah, those are here too. I got a photo. Just if you look on my page here, you see right at the beginning. I just posted it a little while ago.
Okay.
You see all the planets there, you know, and that's up in the sky,
And I'm actually following you now, so I'm going to be able to check that out too.
All right, it's you'll be amazed at what I capture. It's so biblical.
Yeah.
Ancient aliens. It's like see that statue on my cover. That
Yeah.
flew
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of that shot out of a cloud like a lightning bolt, and then streaked
Really?
across the sky in front of me. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. What do you think that was?
I seen it on Ancient Aliens. It was like it's some Malaysia or something, and it was like this little village, and they seen
Mm-hmm.
it floating through the village, and they drew a picture of it. It was the
Mm-hmm.
episode that I seen of it, and that's
So do
what
you
I.
think that it? I'm looking at the image now. It's and so do you think it's some sort of unmanned spaceship?
I don't know. I I don't really know,
No,
but
I appreciate
like
your
I said,
honesty. I'm just looking. I'm going to have to research that. That's interesting.
and I used to see the creatures I capture, flying creatures in my videos. I got one that looks like a W, and it doesn't flap its
Really?
wings or nothing, but it's just streaks so
Uh,
fast. And then when I adjusted it with edit it with my phone, it looks like almost three people standing there.
really? I'm going to have to check your
Yeah,
page out and look at your stuff. Hey, Mel, I appreciate you coming up here. I'm
I
also
thank you.
happy that you finally found me for the first time. You're going to be addicted to encounters. We have been on for 3 years. I'm a professional talk show host. Professional, what does that mean?
You,
On NPR radio. I've been taking a sabbatical and I'm really focused on my show here on TikTok. So, everybody,
that's
thank
it.
you, Mel. I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. Well, I'm sure I'll be talking to you because I got a lot more to tell
Oh,
you.
you will. We're definitely going to
So,
have you back, and I want to see some of those pictures too. All right.
yeah, for sure.
All right,
Thanks, buddy.
everybody. Mel, our
Appreciate it.
definitely second guest here. We're talking about the new Earth. We want to get different perspectives. Don't be afraid to talk to me about the new Earth, because before we have contact, we have to have a new planet, a new Earth. And, like I said, the command has stated that they will take us off the planet temporarily to do the work that needs to be done on the planet before we re inhabit the planet. And that means every life form will be protected. Um, I'm going to bring Brim up. And please don't be afraid to come up here, folks. We're going to get many different perspectives from all of you out there. And everybody has their own reality. And my reality might not be the same as the next person's, but that's why this is a synergy of many chapters of light. Brim, welcome to the show. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. Many years
So what?
ago, when I was a kid, I had the visions of the new Earth. After I met the Palladian area, she decided to take me there, and she went through some kind of portal. It was different. I've never seen anything like it. But anyway, I went through this portal and I seen the new Earth. When I got to the new Earth, we were flying over in a bubble, and believe that or not, and we were flying over in a giant like spiritual bubble. And as we flew over, you could see the Earth was very lush and beautiful, and it almost was something like it was carved out of a fairy tale. There was floating islands. There was lush green grass. I mean, the grass was never like I've ever seen. It was brighter. It was more vibrant. You had LED looking plants, and you're looking around and you can see like every kind of being we ever thought about. Like, you know, those fantasy creatures people always talk about. You can see dragons. You can see all that kind of stuff on the planet Earth, which was really freaking cool. And then we went over little villages, but the villages were made like little crystal hubs. They were made out of crystal. Some had domes and some were square. Those were like little villages, you know, because some people didn't want to live in a big part. And we flew over, we were watching the people, and oh my gosh, the human race looked so beautiful. They were like transparent, but you could see through it. They looked like the shape of a human, but they were like translucent, and within inside of them, you could see the colors of different colors. And when their emotions, you could tell what their emotions were by the colors that they were. And I thought, wow, that is very beautiful. And I looked over and said, how do they do that to Area? And she goes, hold on, let me show you the rest and then we'll explain. I said, okay, because I was excited now. And I was about jumping out of my darn skin. And we flew over more and we got to this huge city. It was a city made out of crystal. Huge tower than anything that we've ever had on Earth. It was a huge crystal city. And as you see, there were streets, but they were like crystal streets. And you're walking down the streets and you can see like the energy going on the pavement as you're walking. You can see many different beings down there. You can see like Arcturians, you can see Lemurians, there was Tigrans, there was all kinds of races down there. And we were like, they were talking and playing, and all the children, all the different kind of the beings' children and the human children were all talking and having fun and playing different games. I don't even know what the heck some of the games were, but they were playing. It was very beautiful. And I could feel the energy there. It was very, oh, wow, it was impressive. And the smell of the earth was completely sweet. And it was sweet, and it was very, almost beautiful. I can't really.
Yeah. And this is what it's like for him. Like, go ahead.
So then after that, after we get done exploring the planet, and I seen like the weather was like really beautiful, and whenever they needed weather, all they had to do is like she went into explaining now. She explained about how the planet is ran. She said it's run by a council, and whenever they want it to rain or snow or whatever, they have a meeting about it. And that's when the weather forms. And then I said, well, how did it get to be like that? How did humans get like that? They said, well, when they raise their vibration and their frequency, it enlightens their pineal gland. I said, what? They said, yes, your pineal gland has a certain amount of gold in there. It has a rare piece of gold. And when the more you higher your vibration and you higher your frequency, it sends shock waves through your body. And when you get them high enough, it's going to transform you into that crystalline looking being. And I was like, holy cow. Yeah. But I tell you, Earth, it was beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
You see, this is what I mean. This is why it's so important. Like, Brim, you just mentioned your experience. Mel mentioned some beautiful things he's envisioning. And I think what tonight is about, in my guidance of tonight's program on encounters, I want to get as many people to come up here and not be afraid to share what their visions are of the new earth, because we're the ones living here. So we have to have a vision of the future. And we are going to be in a point which is now, Bashar has talked about it, CmdrAleon, who I don't believe downlink channels. I've studied him for years before he was even on the internet. He's been with the Essassani very pointedly, and I've been doing my own stuff before even Downlink said it's over 3 years ago about the whole idea of our Earth becoming a place that's going to be different. And right now, it might not seem that way when we look at everything around us. Yeah, I mean, let's face it, we all have TVs and whatever in our. I don't watch the media too much. The command has me watching it over the years just to see what they're doing here, but I basically don't watch TV. I basically have no interest in TV except for some documentaries maybe that are on certain outside of the main networks, and I like to watch Ancient Aliens myself over the years to see some ancient history about our planet. But also, when we look at the Earth changing, and the scientists that have found the structures below the pyramids and the bodies that are in stasis below the pyramids that have been found, these are space people that are there, and there's going to be not only a new Earth, but the space cities that are in our oceans. They exist, people. There are space cities in our oceans. These have been here for billions of years. There are civilizations of our space people in Mount Shasta, in Washington State, Mount Adams, or is it Adams? I'm getting my mountains mixed up a little bit here, but there are space cities. I know in New England, in Mount Washington, which is known to be. I've never been up Mount Washington, but I've been told years ago there were two caverns when I was in college up in New Hampshire, and for some reason I didn't know where they were, but somebody had gone into these things, and they were like huge caverns, and I believe they were entrances. Now I can't prove this, but when they told me the story, this is way before I was married and whatever. When I was in New Hampshire, up in the North Country, this place was somewhere up in the North Country. The person found it, and it goes for miles into the mountain. And so I really do feel, people have to really wake up and realize that we have a civilization of enlightened space people that have been here for billions of years in our Earth, living in certain mountains that are in the Himalayas, the entrance in Tibet, where there are entrances into the inner Earth. So we talk about the transformation of our planet, right? People have to understand there are people that are way more advanced than we are living in our Earth right now, and we're just the surface people here that are waking up. And we are waking up, but there are billions of people on the surface that are not awake. So it's up to all of us collectively to start looking at each other and start loving each other and realizing we're all in this together. And we all have to, and they'll help us, but we have to do the work. We have to raise our consciousness even higher than we feel it is now. I mean, where we are now is nothing where we need to be. We need to be even so much higher, folks. And I myself know that all of us have to, for this new planet, we have to generate that energy. So when the space people do come, and they are coming soon, they're already here. But when I talk about mass contact happening, they want to meet people that are going to be loving, are going to be ready, and we have to be those people. We have to be the way showers. We are the ones.
The most important thing that she said, and she stressed this too, she goes, the more you guys raise your vibration, the more you're going to remember every single lifetime that you had lived, and you're going to remember that. And you're doing that because you're going to be helping other beings that need help.
Yeah, and I know that long time ago when I met Brim, I everything's recorded that I've done. I helped him in a situation where I brought in a Palladian woman, and they got connected, and so the things we're talking about that Brim, that he's talking about, Mel's talking about, and many more people will talk about. I want people to come up here and talk about the New Earth. What is your vision of it? What's your excitement about it? Because we need to talk about this now. We can't wait till the end of the year to talk about the New Earth, because that's when the beginning of 2026 happens. And what do you think is going to happen? You think that 2026 is going to be a place where we're going to just be going on doing the same thing? I mean, from every level in the last couple of years, and I've done quiet research beyond my own knowledge of this. I don't channel anything. I don't believe in channeling. I respect channels, but I don't do it. my information comes direct, and we are getting ready for contact. Ready or not, here they come. They're already here. The preliminary thing is, what do you think happened? I mean, the whole thing with the things that were happening on the East Coast last year and happening all over the world. These orbs that were going over the Royal Air Force Base in England, the spacecraft, the orbs over the United States Air Force facilities. They're watching what we are doing, folks. They're looking at what we are doing. They can understand. They can read consciousness. You understand this? The space people can read consciousness. They can be on a ship 10,000 miles away from us, and they can tune into your consciousness, and they can tune into the collective consciousness of the whole planet. Believe it or not, that's what they can do. Hey, Brent, I want to thank you, man, for coming up here and sharing some
And
of
they
your
also
visions.
said by everything is going to start happening, like it's going to be baby steps until 2029. When 2029 happens is when the arrival. That's what she called it, the
Yeah.
arrival.
So we're getting 2026. There was 2027. Dalanka said 2027, 28. But even before he said that, I said there's something. It's somewhat accurate from their time frame, but we are looking at 2026. So there's going to be different people saying different things. But I've been steadfast for the last 3 years of sticking with and being conservative when I say 2026. If they decide to pop up all over the sky this year at some point, hey, look, I'm all for it. But
It could
I
be
know
many
that,
different races too. It
yeah.
could be
Oh, yeah.
many
There's going
different
to be
races
there's
going
a
up at
lot of
different times.
star galactic races are all different. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hey, Brent, I want to thank you for coming up here. I am so amped up here. I got on early tonight, so I'm going to be on here for a while. I want to thank you for coming up here and sharing some of your visions too.
No
Uh,
problem.
All right, brother. We're going to bring you down. And I want to, again, encourage people to share their visions with me, not just put comments here. If you want to come up, come on up to encounters. Let's talk about these things, especially when I'm amped up like this, Um, so my vision, and I'll share my vision. Hey, child of the light, good to have you with us. Welcome. I love that name, child of the light. You know, it's really important that we are now going to go steadfast forward into a whole new reality. I spent 3 years interviewing people that have been taken on spaceships, or plasma beings in their room. I mean, there are people here who have had these kinds of experiences. And I think many more people, many of you who come here, are going to find out that there are things going on that you have not realized yet, right? Blondie says, I'm so anxiously awaiting. And you know what, Blondie, you don't even have to wait. The beautiful thing is you can be proactive. You can do the meditation. Whether you do the meditation, you can just be proactive and just focus on the cosmic consciousness. And if people do that, you will definitely get to that synergy of energy where you will elevate that consciousness. Everybody can do it. CmdrAleon, good to see you. Leslie, thank you. Swaggy Brown, I got videos. And Swaggy Brown, you can come up and join us here, brother. I have more vision experiences, Mel says. And let's see. Let's see. Hey, Jersey for Life. Wolfgang, welcome. So we're talking about the new Earth, and we're talking about what that's going to be about, What do you think it's going to be about? Come on up, get into the queue, and if you have a question, come on up. Matter of fact, I'll bring people up here. I will just do this very much in a way where I'll bring people up. A holistic healer has a question. I'm just going to invite her up, Let's do it.
There we go. I couldn't figure out how to request. I've never actually done that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to push the little button here. I have a camera button, and you just press save on it, and I'll bring you right up on the screen.
Okay, let me turn the light on because it's dark in here.
Yeah. And let's see. There should be a button on that side waiting for you. If it's not, I'll press it again. Let's see here. I'll do this here. Oh, it says I have to wait 45 seconds after doing it the first time.
No
But
worries. So yeah,
no
I have a
worries.
question, Commander.
Yeah.
So I want to say it was about 10 years ago. Um, I think I had really initially started like a massive acceleration in my awakening process. And I had went outside. It was like the middle of day, and I was by myself. And as soon as I got outside, it was bright neon colors. Like
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going crazy because I was like, what is wrong with me? I
Yeah.
also felt like I was floating.
Hmm.
So it was very strange. I don't know if it was maybe because I wasn't aligning properly as far as like my chakras or healing. Like I'm not really sure what
Yeah.
it was, and I'm still trying to kind of pinpoint exactly what I had experienced. But I literally kind of just I sat in my car for a minute because I was like, what is happening to me right now? Because I don't know what to do. And I initially my thought was, oh, maybe I should go see a medium or somebody like spiritual that could help me because I just didn't know any better.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't end up doing that, but I ended up going to GNC and getting some like rescue relief drops.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if
Yeah.
you guys know what those are, but
I have no
I'm
idea
like, I
what that
need
is.
something right now to like calm me down or figure out like what is going on because, obviously I'm not gonna like, take something bad or like a substance or do something to make it worse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my goodness. But I don't know if you've had an experience like that where, and I mean, the colors were neon. Like, I don't know if you guys know what Lisa Frank is, but it was bright neon colors and
Oh, wow.
everything was bright neon. And then later on, probably like maybe I'll say about 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, um, I something like dawned on me and it made me think about really weird, but I have an obsession with butterflies, and
Oh, really?
butterflies
Okay.
actually see those similar types of colors. And I was just thinking to myself, like, how strange is that, like experiencing, I wonder like if I'm just like connecting in a different way with the planet versus,
Well,
other
I think
people.
the butterfly. I think that's what the whole thing is tonight with the new Earth. Everybody's visions are different,
Yeah,
and by doing that, the butterflies to me are really important because they are. I mean, butterflies are a really important part of our planet, and they transform from a caterpillar to a butterfly. They evolve from the very simple caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly. And I think what you're seeing is a vision of how beautiful the planet can be. The
mm,
butterfly being the image in front of you is really a much bigger deal than just the butterfly. And
yeah.
when you think of the butterfly on Earth, what do you think about from just the vision of the butterfly? You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just kind of how I took it, but I just figured I
Yeah.
would I would say something about it because I know we're speaking about the new earth. So
Yeah,
it just
absolutely.
kind of dawned on me about that. And, I think I mentioned to you in the comments the colors because I just see, and I've had visions in my awakened state, and I've had visions in my dreams of
Yeah.
what the earth will look like. I mean,
Mm,
I've seen meadows of flowers. Like it was pretty crazy. Like it's very freeing. Just the feeling is different versus, we go outside right now and it just feels off.
yeah. Yeah.
So,
And we have days on the Earth because of the shift. Even on the show, there'll be nights when people say, "I think something's a little bit off tonight," and we all
yeah.
know it collectively. It affects all of us. You can't fake it. Um,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely. And
just
these
it's
last
just
few
something it
days
is.
have
Yeah.
been heavy. I'll say they've been heavy with the retrograde, and everything shifting. Like it's
Mm,
just been weird experiences. Like for example, I didn't even leave my house and like some crap
yeah.
happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just inevitable that we're experiencing this stuff. But I just wanted to share that with you. I thought everyone would enjoy that little piece of knowledge. Actually, I have a picture on my profile of
Right.
what my vision kind of looked like, slightly what it looked like, what butterflies see, and how bright neon colors of like what I saw in my vision.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. No, I think it's important. I just want people to know whatever happening, please, whatever, I'm looking at the comments, please don't bring in other things into the show that are unrelated to this. If you have something going on, message me. Message me if you have something going on. Again, we got to keep the vibrations always on encounters with love. And I love everybody. So please show that love that I love for each and every one of you. Being a space being, all I have is love in my heart. So, I don't know what that's about. But again, Tara could message me whatever is going on with somebody that is in the room. Message me, okay?
Thank you, Commander.
Yeah, thank you, Holistic Healer. I appreciate that. And I love the butterfly. That's a great synergy, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we'll bring it down. Here we go.
Thank you.
Yeah. And welcome, everybody, to the show. You're watching Encounters, and we're talking about the new Earth and what's going to happen with the new Earth. So it's really important that we, take a step forward in what we're doing. And I think that's the most important thing we can do. And King Cody says, look up, they're here. Hey, King Cody, good to have you with us, brother. Nope. And Nikki, welcome to the show. Joshua the Belly, is it Bella? Belly. Adam, welcome, Adam. Mary Believes, hey, Mary Believes. G Ma, I appreciate everybody here. My name is CmdrAleon. If you're new to the show, welcome. I got on early tonight around 10 o'clock, and we're talking about the new Earth. Over time, periodically, I see people talking about the Earth, but we're really getting into the new Earth. I've seen things about the Earth that I don't see happening. From YouTube to whatever. My vision of the Earth is based on my vision, my understanding, my telepathic communications with my space family, is that the Earth is going to be renewed. Now, I don't know when that will happen in terms of the mass taking off of people on the planet. Life forms of all different sorts will be lifted off the planet when the Earth goes through a shift. And then what I understand it to be is then we will all be back on the planet, which will be looking much more beautiful than it does now. So, if you can close your eyes in a way, and you don't have to close your eyes, but it's envisioned this new Earth. It's a planet where we all come together and we live in a harmonious relationship with the dolphins, the whales, all the animal kingdom, the Bigfoot, and all the things that are part of our planetary system. We live in those things, and we come together in those things. And Teresa, you're right. We need to be renewed and have more goodness in our hearts. And when is it supposed to happen? Hey, Robin, I'm going to bring Robin up here. I love questions, and we're going to invite Robin. Robin, if you come into the queue, I will bring you up. You see, with the commander, we love interacting with people on encounters here. So come on up. Come on up. Here we go. We're going to get Robin up here on the show. And we love people. And Robin is our next person up here. And we want to give her warm greetings here on Encounters. Hey, Robin, how are you?
I'm okay, tired.
Yeah,
Getting
it's
ready to
okay
go
to
to
be tired.
sleep.
I've been there. I understand. So, can you be more specific on the question about when? Are you talking about when is the new Earth going to happen, or what specifically?
Well, I've been watching you on and off. I haven't said much, just usually because
Yes,
you're on late and I'm
I know.
tired.
I know.
But you said a while ago that they're going to make contact with us in the summer. And now you're saying the end of the year. What I just wondered what.
Well, I want to clarify that. So, for the last 3 years, even before I came on TikTok and I was on Facebook, I based on now Daryl Anka, who does Bashar, I looked at him a little bit. I've been watching Bashar for many years on the scope. There's very few people I watch except for that once in a while. He was talking about 2028, 27, 28. Then in my consciousness, I said, wait a minute, that sounds too far out. And we're having more and more people having experiences this year, but the main contact won't happen until 2026. But there is things happening now on an individual basis in 2025. You know it. You've watched my show. There are people that have said they've had contact with space people.
Mm-hmm.
That's happening right now on an individual basis. That will continue to increase on a one-to-one basis, but the massive contact won't be until 2026. Now, some people are still sticking with the 2028 thing, which is,
Oh,
I feel it's a lot sooner than that.
yep.
A
I hope
lot
it's not
sooner.
that late.
And I can be completely wrong. I mean, if the space people decide to come here in the summer, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. I'll be hanging out, with some apple cider and other my watermelons, and I'll be greeting them like right there.
Are
There
you
you
in
go.
touch with them? I thought
Yeah,
you said you were like one of them or something.
I am one of them, but I am also telepathically communicating with my space family through telepathic communications. I don't channel. I don't do any channeling. I don't do any of that stuff. I just conscious communications. I am one of them, and that's why you see me operating space consciousness. Right now, I'm doing in my human consciousness, but I'm also elevated to a high frequency always.
Got it.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm really
it's
tired.
okay. Well, I know
Um,
it's after whatever time it
yeah,
is,
it's
but I got it.
11:30, and
It's
that
11:30.
wouldn't even be a big deal if I hadn't. But it's been work's been a. I can't say it on here, can I?
No, we can't say it, but I understand what that's like. I'm a working person too on the Earth
It's
experience.
been
Yeah.
yeah. Um, almost walked out. um, but anyway, can't afford to. So what what do we? There's been so many different things. So we had, especially over New Jersey, lots of sightings. Then I heard it was everywhere, even all over the world. Um, but then there were orbs, and there were also and if I'm out, I'm out of it. It is because I'm out of it. So,
That's
um,
okay.
what do you call those things? I'm so tired. Oh, you know what the they said it looked like a football field or a
Oh
large.
yeah, yeah. I told you about it in New Jersey last year when everything started happening over the ocean and
Right,
everything.
right,
Yeah,
right, right.
the big D's and the little D's that were out there,
Well,
and uh, and the orbs too.
yeah, but what is the word I can't think of right now because I'm tired.
You're talking about spaceships or a specific type of spaceship?
No, anybody? Thank you, Stalin. Stalin, is it Stalin? Drones, yes,
Drones, yeah, the drones. Okay.
the drones.
That
So I was told, I heard, I should say, that the drones were from the government, but the orbs were not.
That's correct. The orbs definitely are not. The drones were out there to confuse people, and the orbs there was one big orb that somebody showed me on. It was from one of the beach cams in New Jersey, and it showed an orb coming out of the ocean, a big one.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing.
It makes you think that. I mean, you already said that once, but there's got to
Yeah,
be some type of life other than fish and whales and dolphins in the
yeah.
ocean.
Yeah, like the ocean in the Atlantic Ocean, just that one orb coming out of the ocean, out in the Atlantic Ocean off New Jersey, way out there, and off the coast of Florida. There is definitely in the really deep parts of the ocean, there are definitely space cities that are below the ocean off the northeast coast, way out there. Okay, I
Mhm.
never told people this. I already know where the space cities are. I can talk about them. I didn't have to research anything. I didn't look at anybody's website. I'm telling you that there are space cities off the Atlantic coast.
Why don't you tell them to get here a little earlier because this world is falling apart.
It might be, it really does feel like it is in some ways because we're living here. But the good news is that when we have contact, our planet is going to be healed and transformed.
I hope I live that
It-
long.
oh, look, you have a beautiful face. You definitely will. Guaranteed.
Mm,
You
thank you.
know, yes, absolutely. And I'm glad you're
Okay.
up here. This is what it's all about. This is why I want to interact with everybody. I don't want people to be afraid to come up here. I don't bite. And if you watch me long enough, you know that we'll have a great discussion. I'll answer questions. I don't have to go to websites for answers. All the information I have within me. I'm like a cosmic book. So, yeah.
I hope Jen is right. I'm looking at the comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel they are coming much sooner.
They might be,
In
the
2016, I don't think she meant that.
I
2016?
think she said meant
26,
2026.
probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But yeah, they are definitely here. So people have to realize as we get to a new Earth, the new Earth includes, before the new Earth happens, what happens? Spaceships come out of the ocean. Galactic spaceships come from other worlds here now. They're getting ready. There's tons of ships out there in the universe that are coming to this planet. Now you're wondering what it's gonna look like, a firecracker in the skies around the planet when all these ships are here. It's gonna be really, really different, folks. You know? So I'm here to bust the matrix of people's belief systems. I've been doing radio for 22 years now. Like I said, I read that there is a harvest. If I think I hear what you mean, there's no harvest at all. There's going to be a direct contact, everybody, with star people from many different worlds of light. These people operate in Christ consciousness. They're human. Many of them are human. Some of them are not looking like we are, but they're going to be part of our new earth. They're going to be with us. They'll probably, we're going to be living with them. They're going to be living with us. We're going to all be living together. You know, it's
I
going to be a
hope so,
very
because we
different kind
can't
of
seem to
place.
do it now.
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen is all these so-called structures that exist, the green beans and all this other stuff, is going to cease to exist. At some point, it will not exist the way it is right now. It won't. You know, it's going to be different. And you can take that to the cosmic bank, what I'm saying, because again, I don't channel anything. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't, I don't do any of that stuff. Everything I do is real, and everything I talk about is real.
Well, that's cool. Well, I'm
Yeah.
falling asleep, so it's
Okay.
always a pleasure.
And same here, Robin. I just want to tell Mel, who's a new friend, that the energies are shifting. The negative energies are going to be kicked off the planet. There's not going to be any negative energies. We're going in from a planet that had many years of negative energies to a planet that's going from negative energies, folks, to a planet that's going to a higher vibrational frequency, to the point where our planet will be also a Christed planet of light. The Palladians, the Syrians, the Arcturians, and many, many other Andromedans, many other civilizations, they live in a high state of consciousness. Now, you might say, well, oh, this planet's never going to get there. No, this planet's going there. That's why we're moving forward. But
And the Greys are gone? Or
the Greys they're not all gone. We are actually taking them off planet, you know, and they are being told they're not coming back. They're being sent off planet. You know, I know this to be true. So yeah.
That's good. I've heard not such great things about them.
Yeah, and you know what? When you hear people say things that are like, "Oh, we're never going to get there," "Oh, the you know, we're being controlled by reptilians," those people don't have the knowledge I have from a state of consciousness. Because I come from off-world, I come from that conscious of the Ashtar command. I am telling people right now, in a very loving way, that don't listen to the people saying we're going to be falling apart and the planet's going to be whatever. Those people do not know what's going on. They think they do. We're going into a planetary change. Now, yeah, we're going to shake things up on this planet. We're going to go through the changes like other planets did. But at the end of the tunnel, we're going to be having a world that's much better than it is right now.
But if they all come at once, like you're saying,
They will.
people are going to flip. People that...
No, they won't have to flip out because their consciousness is going to shift. I think we don't realize how much the human race is more able. The majority of the human race now is more able to understand it.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, the media might try to do things to put fear in people's minds out there that, you know, we're going to have to do something to make people afraid of we're going to try to talk about, all these people talk about the invasion of the planet Earth. Right? I've heard this for years on the internet. We're going to be invaded. There's going to be a mass invasion of the planet Earth. Let me tell you something, folks. There's no invasion happening when we have the new Earth. To get there, we're not going to have any invasion. All these ships that are going to show up are not invading our planet. If you hear anybody on YouTube or TikTok saying we're going to be invaded, do not believe the videos. It's not the truth. It's misinformation. Totally misinformation. You know? That's why I'm here, to reverse the misinformation. I'm here with encounters to have people share. God bless you. Share their stories, but also tell you what I understand to be true. All right. And if anyone talks about invasions and we're going to be taken over, they're operating in a very fear-based low consciousness. So don't listen to it. I don't care if it's on YouTube, Facebook, here, or whatever. Do not listen to it.
Do you believe in parallel life?
Oh yeah, I believe there are parallel universes, parallel dimensions. When I think about all that stuff as a human, from a human perspective, but also from a space perspective, it seems mind-boggling for everyone. If we're all listening to this parallel universe, parallel dimensions. I mean, you feel like you'd be more comfortable having one universe, one dimension, but it's not that way. When you become awakened to the conscious levels of high frequency, right now, my consciousness, if I go into that mode of thinking, I realize that there are multiple different levels, parallel realities, and different dimensions that I haven't even touched. There are so many different levels that we have as a human being. I can't even, I know they exist, but I couldn't even touch them yet because I'm just trying to get to the new earth level first to experience that. And I think we all have to look at the new earth as being, man, we want to experience the new earth. That's where we want to be. I just want to get to that place first.
Right.
And then if we end up down the road going to a parallel universe or something, so be it. But we have to realize that there's no end and there's no beginning. This is the beginning, but there's no end to where we go. We're going into a new earth. Does it end there? Once we get to New Earth, now we're comfortable. That's it? No. We're going to be traveling the universe. We're going to be going on spaceships to other planets, to other solar systems, other galaxies. We haven't even seen half of what we're going to be doing. When I speak of the New Earth and how we've been created, people in the early days would say, no one's smart enough. No one would want to come here because we're not smart enough for any intelligent life to come here. That's right, Leslie. We keep evolving, so there's no ending. When I tried to figure this out in my consciousness, I meditated on this. I realized that I have to stop doing that because what I'm doing is thinking so hard about what it is and just realize that everything exists as it is. Everything exists everywhere. And if we start saying, oh, this doesn't exist, there's no parallel reality, there's no other universe, this is the only universe, we're missing the cosmic boat because our planet is evolving to a very high frequency. And hey, Paul, good to see you, brother. Yeah, Billy Meyer stuff was legit. Matter of fact, I'm going to show. I had a friend who was over in Switzerland, and he took pictures of Billy Meyer, and I've got him right here. He did photocopies, and I have photocopies of Billy Meyer, and I have photocopies of the spaceship and of the two women, Sanjasi and her sister. And I have the pictures right here. I'll show them to people. You see, with me, because I work in space consciousness, I have a lot of knowledge. I've been involved in this stuff for a long time. So that's why I do the show here, because it's important for me to not do a typical UFO show. It'd be pretty boring if I did. I'm here to talk about all this stuff and want people to realize there's so much to look forward to now, right? And if we are willing to work together, we can make this thing happen, and we will. I mean, you can't deny it. You can't really deny it. When you look at our planet, we see all the things that we don't want, but let's look at all the things that we do want. And do you want to see a new Earth? Do you want to see your space families and your star families? And do you want to see this? And when it comes down to the core of the discussion about the planet Earth, we have to be prepared. We have to be prepared for the contact. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help everybody. I think that's why they sent me to this planet in this human form, to have the experience, but also because I have no problem communicating with people on a frequency of love. That's the only frequency I know. That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, it will be, right? And we're going to see it together. I'm no different than you. I might be on a platform where I'm doing a talk show, but everyone here is just as equal as I am, as far as I'm concerned. There's no thing here. Like I'm the president of, the broadcasting system or whatever. We're all here together. And I really do believe that we all come together. Whatever our little differences are about what the Earth is going to look like, and there might be differences, I come from a place where the planet's going to be great. There's not going to be anything negative. We always seen the negativity. We've seen the wars. We've seen the nuclear bombs at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We've seen the pollution. We've seen things about nerve gas in the harbor in New York back in the 40s. All these things that have done. The scientists of the Manhattan Project and all these things that were created, we're not going to have that anymore. You don't have to believe what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is very, very true. You have to understand we are going to experience this, all of us.
Well, it's always a pleasure, but I have got to get to sleep because I'm
I'm going
going.
to let you go to sleep, Robin. I've kept you up long enough.
But thank you for having me.
I welcome you and I thank you. Get some rest, have some cosmic dreams, and have a great night.
Thank you very much.
All right, Robin, everybody. So, I've got a message here, and that's why I think I've been guided to do this show tonight like this. I have a message here because there's going to be a lot of people on social media talking about the Earth, talking about the planet, the transformation of the planet, talking about all these things, right? Melba says Close Encounters is one of my favorite movies. That was a great movie, and I want to get people's interaction. I want people to share their interaction, to talk about these things. Tammy says, "What do they think of our treatment of animals, and will that change?" So I'm going to try to bring Tammy up here on audio. Come on up, Tammy. Tammy Wilson, 004. Come on up, if you can. So Bonnie, we're gonna be gone up in upstate New York. I know people don't freak out. I'm only going to be visiting my cousins who are artists and really cool folks. They're into all this too, and we're going to be seeing Ancient Aliens, and then hopefully hitting Woodstock, New York. So, but I'll be back. I think maybe Saturday night, but definitely Sunday. I think Saturday night we'll be back. I don't know yet, but I know you're gonna miss me because I won't be on live here. But I'll be with you in spirit, cosmically speaking. And essentially, I'll give you a report back to what happened in Ancient Aliens Saturday night at the event. Friday night? I think it's Friday night. Do you think when contact is made, will there be advanced in medical technology? So if I'm going to bring up Bud G, we're going to bring you up if you want to come up. What I do on encounters is I randomly select people with their questions and then see if they'll come up. Well, Michelle, we're definitely going to have some fun. Altoid Cinnamon says they care about the animals as much as lab rats, which are the humans. Altoid Cinnamon says they care about the animals. You referring to our Earth-based scientists? What are you talking about, Altoid Cinnamon? Yeah, Nicole, yes. Well, Nicole says, wow, so beautiful said about how we should let things just be and not get caught up in the details. And that's right. We need to let things be. And I do believe it will be. And they live in the country. They have a big barn and out in the country on a hill. And who knows? Maybe we'll have some Ashtar command contact. I wish you could live stream. We'll see. We'll see what happens when I get there. Francis says, some people say they've been brought up to the spacecraft and experimented on. What do you say? Yes, I've interviewed people in the last 3 years that have been experimented on, and I've had on my show, and I've actually worked with them to get rid of the implants and to protect them. So, yes, some people have absolutely been, over the last 3 years of my knowledge on the show here, they have had those experiences. And not everybody, but there are certain people that were picked out and were done, and that was done. Let me see here. And Bud G, we're going to bring Bud G up here on the show. You're watching Encounters, and we're glad everybody's here. Hey, Bud G, welcome.
Hey,
How are you doing?
Not too bad. How about you?
We're doing good. And what was I'm going back? I'm trying to scroll back to your question. Do you think when contact is made, will there be advances in medical technology? Correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there will be. I mean, the medical technology that will be brought to Earth is way different than you see in major hospitals throughout the country, throughout the world. Their technologies are totally able to be used for healing people's ailments and other things. So on the New Earth, you'll see a lot of that technology being used. We've talked about med beds. That's only a small portion of it, but everybody on Earth is going to see other types of advanced technologies that basically go way beyond anything we have in hospitals.
I wonder about, I'll be a little selfish here and think about what about advances in things such as spinal cord injuries?
Oh yeah, I mean all that, the med bed and all those things that the space people have will be available to everybody, whether it's a spinal thing, whether it's a leg thing, whether it's you know, for whatever it might be, a dental thing with teeth, whatever it might be, they will have the ability to heal all those things that we don't
Yeah,
have the ability to do now.
that would be pretty cool. Back when I was 17, and just like every 17-year-old teenager, I was completely bulletproof. Couldn't nothing hurt me in the world. You remember those days? Well, yeah, had a
Yeah.
car wreck, broke my back, and I've been paralyzed for 41 years now.
Oh wow, that's a long time. Yeah, so when contact does happen and we don't control the time or day or night, when it does happen, those things that are advanced to help you will be able to be used to heal you. You know? Yeah.
Well, all right. Just curious about that. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, bud. As a friend, I'm glad you had up your brother, and I hope you get healed and you're perfectly okay. So, yeah, I appreciate you.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
All right, let's see here. All right. See how easy that is? If you have anything you want to share about the New Earth, your visions, any dreams you've had, or what you think is going to happen when we do have a New Earth, I'd love to hear people's stories, you know? And I am drinking my apple cider, and I am so amped up tonight, you wouldn't believe it. I'm hoping I get some apple cider in upstate New York. Uh, hey, everybody, please, FYP, please share. Yeah, yeah. I think this is the most amped up I've been for a while, you know? Yeah, Gillian was great. I think that the show from last night, if it's not on my YouTube channel, I've downloaded it earlier. It'll be on my YouTube channel when I get out of here. Oh, I'm sorry, Peggy. It's being recorded, so you'll be able to see it on my YouTube channel. Mighty Mitch says, my wife has vivid dreams every night, and it freaks me out. So let me bring you up, Mighty. Let's see if we can bring Mighty up as a guest. I want to find out what his wife's dreams are. Is it related to the New Earth? What is her?
You ready?
Having cosmic.
Find out. Don't you put
Hello.
Hey, Mighty. Good evening. Welcome to Encounters.
Yes, sir. How are you tonight?
Good. I'm very random. I see people's comments, and as you get to know my show more, I'm very spontaneous about these things. So, tell me more about your wife's vivid dreams. Are they cosmic dreams? What's going on with that?
No, she just has dreams that are very like she can recall the dream every morning. She tells me about a dream that it's so vivid and so real to her, and I'm like wondering why don't I have that, or anybody else?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
very vivid. Like, is that a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, my wife has dreams. I dream once in a while. Sometimes I don't remember dreams. People come on here and tell me about their dreams when they're taking aboard a ship with star people, and I'm saying I wish I could remember dreams like that. I don't. My wife has more memory of dreams, but I do dream. I mean, my wife will push me and say, "You're talking in your sleep," and I must be somewhere else, but I don't always remember them. Sometimes I do. It's nothing wrong if you don't dream or don't remember dreams. It's just that there'll be a point when you probably will. It just is, for whatever reason, everyone's different in terms of
Yeah, because
dreams.
I really don't remember dreams at all. I don't feel like I've
Yeah,
dreamt. And I wake up
yeah,
and she tells me these vivid dreams that she remembers every little every little detail of it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm very envious of it.
Yeah, I mean, you could actually reactivate your consciousness to dream. It's just a matter of doing meditation using like ambient high vibrational music and focusing on working on your brain to just unlock it to be able to have dreams, you know. I think it might take time. It's like doing like the treadmill or something. You just have to work on the brain and consciousness to say, unlock the dream state. Because when I go to sleep, maybe you might have dreams, but you just don't remember them, which is part of what happens with me. I have dreams. Sometimes I really remember them. One time I had a dream and I ended up, I was reaching for the steering wheel of a Volkswagen bus and I was in the back of the bus. I said, how am I going to reach the steering wheel? We're going to go off the road. When I tried to reach for the steering wheel, what do you think happened to me? I
You
fell
woke
right
up
off
steering a car.
nope, I fell off the bed and hit myself hard on the floor.
Okay, you fell off the bed trying to steer a car.
Yeah, a Volkswagen bus. I don't know what
That's
that was all about, but I never
so
did
you
that
felt like
again.
you were
Let me
actually
tell you.
driving the bus.
Yeah, I was in the bus, and there was nobody at the steering wheel of the VW bus, and I'm like, wait a minute, we're gonna go, we're gonna crash. So I was trying to reach out for the bus, but I was reaching off the bed in the dream. I thought I was on the bus, and I fell right off the bed. And
The other thing I
was
see
like,
is my animals dream. They will be sleeping and all of a sudden their legs start moving and they start barking a little bit and but their
yeah,
eyes are closed and they're like totally just laying there and they look like they're like trying to run in their sleep. It's really funny to watch, but they're
yeah,
having a vivid dream also.
yeah. It's interesting. I just recommend if you ever have a dream, where there's a VW bus involved and no one's at the driver's seat, don't try reaching for it because even if the thing does whatever it does, you're gonna don't want to fall off your bed. Believe me.
No, that doesn't sound like fun.
No. So yeah, I just think I like your question. I think just naturally let it happen. Just even probably tell yourself before you go to sleep, I wish to remember my dream, and or dreams, and just have a self talk with your higher self and say, I'm ready to remember dreams. I would like to remember my dreams, and hopefully just like a mantra, like you or Om, just work on it, and I think you can eventually get that going.
All right, very good. I appreciate your time.
And we appreciate you. I'm following you as a friend now. Welcome to the show. We're normally on every night. We're not going to be here. We're going to be in upstate New York to see Ancient Aliens with my cousins. So we're not going to be doing any live stuff. We're going to be really focused on our family, which is really important. And
That is
but
important.
we might try to sneak a live in there in the theater when I do the thing I'm going to do when we see Ancient Aliens. So I'll let people know more about that. But thanks so much for coming up.
All right, have a great night now.
All right, brother. Take care. We'll bring you down now. Let's do this. And yeah, it was. I got holistic chuckling. There you go. I'm gonna bring Christy up. Christy, I'm gonna bring Christy up as a new friend. Will all people be taken on ships, or only those awakened? Come on up, Christy. There's a guest request to you. I want to bring Christy up here. We'll see if she comes up. Peggy talks about animal dreams. Christy, are you out there? Calling Christy from the ship. Hey, good evening, Simple. My adult son has been falling off his bed while dreaming. Child of light. Yeah, I will tell you that when I was a kid, I would have dreams of falling, like there'd be all these big skyscrapers, like these really lit up skyscrapers, and I'd fall down off. I'd be going down off this. I fell off a building or something. These really tall buildings. I'd go down, and then I'd wake up before I fell to the bottom. When I was a kid, I had those kind of dreams very vividly. I do remember them. I don't have them anymore, thank goodness. But yeah. Oh, let's see. You're falling dream, and we're levitating. Yeah, it's pretty crazy when we have those kind of dreams. Oh, Christy had to turn the microphone. Okay, Christy, we're gonna get Christy up here. I just sent Christy a guest request. She's got a mic on. Come on up. You're watching Encounters, everybody. Welcome. Don't go to sleep. Stay awake, everybody. Hey, I'm just kidding. Hey, Christy, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you with us. So,
Thank you.
yeah, I love your question. Let's. I like to have visual, verbal conversations besides the sentences. Tell us
That's
a little
good.
bit more about your question.
I was just curious if there's going to be room for all people or just a select few.
It's going to be old people. So this is really crucial when we talk about the new Earth. When we're talking about will it be for a select few, it's for the whole planet. Now, those that have been trying to destroy our planet, I have a feeling they're going to be sent to a different place to work out their karma. But it's going to be for all the people that are here like us, who are just a regular people. We're just a regular people, right? The
Well, that's
people
what I
that
was
have,
wondering, good or bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we, the people that are not in power, trying to destroy the planet, we're going to be the ones that are going to be all experiencing the new Earth, and the people that are in all these different green beans around the world, and those who have created all the problems, they will be taken probably to another planetary world. I get the English out here. They will definitely be taken to another planet where they're going to have to work out their karma.
Well,
So
good.
they're
That's
not going
nice
to.
to know.
So they're not going to be the space people on here to destroy anything. Those that have destroyed things will be taken to another place and spend a long time working on their karma. And those of us here who are just the people, regular human beings, and I say regular, we're not the ones trying to destroy everything. We're going to all experience the beautiful reality of contact with the space people that are going to help us.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it definitely is a good thing. Now, all my information I give and to people, I don't channel anything, so I'm not channeling the master of life or whatever. I all my information is telepathic. I get messages from the space people, my family, all the time. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
All
it's
right.
very interesting.
Thank
Great
you. That
question,
answers my
Christy. Thanks for
question.
bringing it up. I'm
Thank
now
you.
following you, and we appreciate you very much. So I'm bringing it down slowly. I'll
Thank
do
you.
this here. And everyone, Christy, I appreciate that. So we're going to bring up Nicole. Come on up, Nicole. Actually, Nicole, I'd like to follow you, but you'll have to go on the guest queue. If you can't get in the guest queue, Nicole, yes. And it's even beyond the 5D. We're going into a much higher state of frequency in the new Earth. The frequency is going to be way different. Uh, Bridget truly says, I've had flying dreams where I'm running, usually someone after me, and I'm running with my arms out. Interesting. Oh, your kids are sleeping? Okay. Nicole, let me wake them up. We'll just wake your kids up. Bring the phone. No, I'm just kidding. You don't do that. Hey, Leica, I gotta go check the sky. Leica, enjoy the sky, and thanks for being here. Bonnie says, well, green beans are mixing DNA with sea life like mermaids, fish, animals, and trapping souls. Yeah, the green beans don't care too much about what they're doing, but they will care when contact happens, everybody. And I'm using the coded word green bean, so I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you will, Nicole. I also have had an encounter. I think I'm going to bring Bridget Truly up here. Bridget, you're now a friend of the show. I'm pressing a button here. Come on up, Bridget. As we talk about the North, we want to hear your stories. And we're bringing Bridget up here on Encounters. Sophie, thank you for the gift. And let's see, I have a camera here. I'm pressing my camera button on my studio here. If you press the save button, you come on the screen and we can see your beautiful, there you are. Hey, how you doing, Bridget?
Hi.
Glad to have you with
Sorry,
us. It looks like you're driving.
yes, I am. I,
How are you able to drive and look at the camera? That's
well,
interesting.
I'm not. I'm really listening because I can listen to this show without,
Oh, good, good, good.
uh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did. I remember I had an encounter because I think you're interested in encounters. That's the name
Yeah.
of your
So if you're
show, right?
driving, I have to be careful because I'll get in trouble if you're driving. I'm going to get something happening here.
Oh, okay, but I'm not looking at the phone. I'm just driving and talking. I
Yeah,
have
but that I want to talk to
earbuds
you,
in.
but I'm going to have a problem with the. Yeah, I'm going to get a problem. I got to bring it down. I'm sorry, I got to do this
Oh,
because
no problem.
they're going to go after me. I can't take. Yeah, I just don't want to have a problem. I remember a long time ago that happened. Um, yeah, it's against their rules, and I don't want to have a problem. If she stops her car and parks it and is not driving, that's one thing. So if you park your car somewhere and stop driving, we can bring you back up. I just don't want to end up having any problems with my show. I've been on. It's just one of those things. I'm not going to take the risk. Um, thank you. And yeah, if she pulls over somewhere and if she's not driving, we'll definitely talk to her. But I don't want to have any problems. Yeah, she'll come. I hope and if you hear me, I hope you come back on when you're not driving. We'll bring you up. She would have to park. All right. So we do want to hear stories. Make sure you're not driving somewhere and talking on the TikTok, because I can get in major problems here. No, Bridget, it's all right. Bridget, if you park your car and you're not driving, they'll leave you alone. They'll leave me alone. But if you're driving, they'll see it, and then I'll be in trouble. Thank you, Rita Lynn. Good to see you here. Everybody coming in, welcome. And we're going to be on here till, let's see, I don't know. We'll be on here for a little bit more till about 12:30. So we're doing 11, 10, 11, 12, 2.5 hours. Star says we have different animals in the ocean that we not known about. I'm going to bring Star up. Come on up, Star. You're a friend of the show. Sandy, you want to come up? Yeah. And Debbie, welcome to the show as well. So tonight we're really getting into all the different aspects of what the new Earth is going to be like, what our hopes are. Mary, thank you for the gift. Let's see. Star's coming up. Star is a star. Hey, Star.
Commander. Hi.
Hey, sister. How you doing?
Okay, how you doing? I just thought I'd let you know about the ocean. There's different animals in the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw that on video on TikTok. And
About the marine life in the ocean, you mean, and other types of life forms.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
there are.
And I
So,
just thought to let you know about that.
so what do you think about that? We live on a planet with all of these beautiful life forms, not just the marine life, but also the mer people live in the oceans, in our seas, uh, and all the civilizations that are in our depths of our oceans. So, what do you think about that?
I like it. We need things and new things going on, something different.
Yeah, and there's a lot of life forms in the ocean, let's just say fish or whatever,
Yeah.
and other life forms that we've never seen before, and they look pretty much like prehistoric types of fish or whatever. There's so many things about our planet, folks, that we just don't even know about, and they
But
want to go. They want to go. NASA wants to go look at another planet. We should be looking at our own planet and looking at the beauty of the things that exist in the depths of our oceans, right?
but they look kind of strange looking animals. They look kind of like an octopus, and
Yeah.
some looks like human like, and they can walk on Earth or walk on
Oh,
the
some of
Earth.
the things in the oceans. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and this one fish looks like a big fish. It
Yeah.
had fins and I was walking on sand with the fins, and it was very long fish
Yeah.
and everything. And I was surprised about that, and I
Oh
just saw
yeah.
that today on this video.
Oh cool. You saw it on TikTok, correct?
Yep. And
Okay.
and today this guy on TikTok saw something looks like a fly, but it's really looks
Hmm.
really big and everything. But I have it on your um um app, and you
Yeah.
can look at it and you can investigate it and see if it's real or not, and then you can put it on TikTok. I mean, on the show right here. If
Well, we'll at least take a look at it. I've seen a lot of the weird stuff in the oceans. I've been very interested in that, and it's amazing what they are finding. It totally is. Hey, Star, thanks for coming up and sharing.
Okay, and I just thought to let you know, I only know four of you guys, and this one person blocked me accidentally, and I just
Oh, okay. Yeah.
wondering,
Well, I don't know who blocked you, but if anyone sees you on here, Star, do not block her. If you're a moderator, leave Star alone. It can happen accidentally on here with so many
yeah,
people. So I do.
yeah,
Well, I'm glad you're here.
yeah.
So you're
But
good.
I mean, one of your crew members, the five April and you and Kit Kat, this no, it was Chesno who blocked me.
Well, I don't know why, but I'm sure it was not intentional. So, yeah, no problem.
Okay. Okay, to just tell him unblock me because I didn't mean anything by
Yeah,
what I
well,
said.
you're not blocked now because you're unblocked. You're on the show. You're not blocked.
Okay, I meant Chesno, Chesno, um your
Right.
yeah
But you're not blocked now. You're not blocked at all now. You're good.
okay, but it's April, you and Johnny and
We're a group of five for the
and
contact. Yes.
yeah, yeah, the one of the group of five, one person blocked me off of there.
Yeah. Well, you're not blocked now because I'm looking on here and there's no blockage at all. You're not blocked, so you're good.
Okay,
All
okay,
right.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. Thank
All
you.
right. Much
Nice
love,
talking
sister.
to you. Much
Yeah,
love.
nice talking to you too. We'll bring you down here. Let me do this real slow.
Nice
I'm
talking.
bringing up another person. Um, yeah. No. Okay. So you're good. Let me see here. I'm inviting another guest up here. And if he will come up, I will put him on the screen here. And let's see here. Uh, Marquez Loyalty for Life. Come on up. Go into the guest option. We're going to bring him up to the show here. And we'd like to see that. I'm trying to bring him up. I don't know if he's still there. Let's see. We're going to try to bring him up here on the show. Welcome everybody to the show. Here we go. It's not working. Why is that not working? Here we go. Marcus, come on up, Marcus. Go into the queue. Marcus, come up on the queue and the guest options, and we'll bring you up. Power of Healing. Here's Mark. Here we go. And how come I don't see you? I just saw you. You're not. Okay, come back into the queue, Marcus. You got to go back into the queue. I don't. You were there for a minute. You're watching Encounters, and this is our Wednesday night show into Thursday morning. And we are talking about the new Earth. We're talking about the different things about the new Earth. So yeah, and Marcus will be up here in a moment if he goes back in to the queue, refreshes it. Hey, you're parked. And Bridget is now parked. So she's parked and not driving. So that's good. So you can, as long as they don't see you driving, you're good. You see a face behind me under the ship? Okay, here we go. I'm moving my head here, and I'm wearing a hoodie jacket. So if people start seeing space beings behind me, please tell me, because I'm not seeing anything. Just to give people, this is the image here, and there are people in the picture right here. Complications accepting. Okay. It says I'm calling and waiting for accepting. That's really weird. Hey, Marcus, I'm going to press the guest option here. There you go. Now you're here. We got Marcus on here.
Hey, sorry about that, man.
No, we got you covered. I'm gonna bring your camera on. You just have to press save.
All right, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. And Marcus is our guest here on Encounters.
Let me go ahead
and
and
we're talking about the new
Hey,
Earth,
how's it
and
going,
also
man?
we're doing good. We're just have a few days off, and we're just really amped up here.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I got, a couple things I would like to show. I'm going to go back to where I shared a video with you about 2 weeks ago of this
Hmm.
encounter, and this is where it all started. And then ever since then, my experience has intensified. So I'm going to go ahead and remember that video of the UFO?
Yeah.
Okay.
A
We'll
while
go ahead.
back. Yeah.
We'll start with this one.
Okay.
All right, let me
So
go
we're going to
ahead.
see some documented things from Marcus, but I got to bring you on the camera. So I'm pressing the camera button. Let's press save, and you'll be right on the camera
Okay.
in like 2 seconds. There we go.
All right, let me go ahead and reverse this real quick.
And Marcus, tell people where you're located that you're
I am
documenting all
located
this.
in Central Valley, California. Would be Exeter. It's a small town outside of Tulare County and Visalia.
Okay.
And so right here, this encounter about a few weeks ago, UFO was, spotted through my camera. But not only that there was this UFO encounter, but however, when I zoom in, you will see the beings right here, or space people,
Yeah, like they're a light form around the tree.
Yes, they are.
They're
And
moving actually
so
too.
And so we're going to go ahead and go forward now. So since this encounter, things have, intensified right here.
And when was that recorded?
This was a few days ago, actually. This one right here.
And what is that in the like? It looks like it's standing in the image of the camera.
So this right here, I caught. This was 2 days ago. This was my front side of the house, and all of a sudden, I started seeing a bunch of this like. Hold on, this thing's got a little thing
Yeah.
or whatever. Okay, so and then this right here, this happened last night.
Okay, we're looking at that. Are the rest of those things stars
Oh,
or are those orbs up there?
so this was a cloud. It looks like a cloud, but if you look right here, you got yourself a looking figure right here. If this thing could focus,
Hmm. But what
and
about those other things around it? Are those stars or orbs?
these are orbs.
See, I knew that.
These are orbs right here. All these little light things right here, orbs.
How many orbs? How many orbs are up there?
This is a total of 3. This is like a
3
triangle.
orbs. Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, sir. And with that being said, then later on, this is what it looked like.
Oh my God, look at it. So now the way that looks, it looks like the Big Dipper. That's not the Big Dipper though, right?
Nope, this isn't. And let's go back over here. So this is what I wanted to show and share. So right here, And I started noticing that there was these being or space people like right here. You got the head right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one thing after another. Also, let's see. Let's see. I got another one right here. So usually right here.
Oh wow.
This is about the same area in that one video,
Right.
and there's me right there. But however, they become visible where I can't see them, and
Yeah.
I just show that hey, come with peace, just saying hello.
And have you now the beings have they tried to communicate with you that are connected to this whole thing?
Um, I wouldn't say talking wise, but they definitely would like to make their presence known. You know,
What
uh,
what's that bright light and you're walking there? There's a bright light out there in the distance. What's that?
that's my camera right there.
Mm.
And then right here, all this area right here is just always there's a lot of haze and stuff, but in
Yeah. What is
the
that?
naked eye, there's nothing there.
What about that light though? The light that's like really bright, that circular light.
Yeah,
What is that?
unsure. These are
And
cameras with and there's no lights on or nothing
yeah, because I notice everything. What is the thing that flew behind you?
behind me.
Oh yeah, if you watch the video from the back of your head, something flew behind you. Now, if it was a bug, a bird,
Oh, let me go ahead and reverse that real quick, sir.
it had big wings. Yeah, it did. It could have been a bug. Oh yeah, I saw it. That was really weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of these things that happens with these encounters. You start seeing a little bit of everything. I have some videos that I need to get from off my other phone for you, sir. But I promise you, these videos I'm going to show you in
Can you
time.
show that? Can you show that again? Because people are really intrigued with that thing that was flying behind you.
Yeah, of course. Let me go ahead.
That thing was either it was
Oh yeah.
I want to see that thing. Can we slow it down, slow motion it as it goes behind your head?
We'll have to go like this.
Right there. What is that thing?
Unsure. Never
Keep it. Don't,
seen.
let's don't move the camera. Let's look at it for a little bit. That doesn't look like a bird. That doesn't even look like anything I've ever seen. Well, bat maybe. Fairy maybe. It doesn't look like any kind of thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
That's
keep
what
looking at it. Let everyone, people who are coming in here to look at this right now. A lot of people are interested. Dragonfly, the thing looks too big. You're standing up in front of it. The thing's behind you. That would be the biggest fly I've ever seen, and I don't think there's a fly that big.
exactly. I could push play real quick and just
Yeah. That's a good thing about me. I pick up things when people show videos that they're not seeing, and they're videos. It could be a fairy too.
I have a couple clips as those are actually the videos I want to show you. Last year there was these. You can see the lights, but the ship, the UAP is definitely invisible, but the lights
Yeah.
weren't. And there was also
Yeah.
a ferry. There was a ferry, a very good clip of a ferry. This ferry was clear as day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and work on this tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and get those videos recovered off of my SD
Yeah.
card, and I'll have
Yeah.
those up to show tomorrow night.
Oh, that'd be great. So we're all getting consensus. How many people think, keep that picture there, how many people think what he caught behind him was a fairy? Let's get a consensus of everybody here. And this is only a few nights ago. Fairy? It's no bug. It's not definitely a bat.
Yeah,
And I'm going to have to lean towards the whole thing. I also think it's a fairy. Yeah. Looks like one. Yep. You
Well,
should
I
show
have some
that
very
to
good.
April. If April
I
sees
have
that,
some.
she'll tell you it's
I'll
a
have some
fairy.
very good video clips as of tomorrow night, sir. I will
Oh,
have those
good.
ready and up to show tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Tomorrow night's Thursday night because I'm leaving Friday morning to go to upstate New York. So I might be on with a short show tomorrow night. 'Cause I want to get some rest, but we'll see. I'll probably be on for a little bit tomorrow night, but it's not going to be a long show. Maybe I'll do a 1 hour show or something like
Okay,
that.
if you see my comment, I'll be ready to show those first thing tomorrow. Whenever
And
you're.
Marcus, this is phenomenal. Looking at this picture, this is what it's all called. Nope, and it's not a bat or a bird. So, yeah, you need to also contact Friends with Furries and show her a picture of that.
Okay.
Tell her that you got a picture of that. That is definitely a fairy.
And who did you say to contact?
My friend, Friends with
Okay, have
Furries.
her message me. I talked to her once, but I've lost contact with her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think she needs to see this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, to those that are watching, Ashtar Command, this channel, this man is very brilliant. He's very good for what he does. We we like the same thing. We want to help people. We love our space, our space people, and we're not here to fake anything. This is all real, solid real. And all I ask is that you guys, be respectful to him. And you guys want to continue to see real things, this is the place to go because all my stuff is only brought to his attention only.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And we love you, Ben. And I appreciate your support for the show and bringing some real things to us. I do
Absolutely,
appreciate
brother.
that. And if you send me even a screenshot of that, I'll share it with April and send it to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, man. Sounds
All right.
good. But
Okay.
look forward
Okay,
to
Marcus.
more.
All right.
All right. God
Take care,
bless you
my
guys.
friend. God bless you. And I'm going to bring him down. And this is what I mean about my show here, talking about the New Earth. That definitely was a fairy. I mean, without a question. Good thing I noticed it right away. He would have never noticed it was behind him. And the good thing he actually showed that video footage because I was analyzing it. I had to go back to the video with him to go back to that video shot. And that thing was definitely not a bug. And it wasn't a bat. And it wasn't an animal flying in the air. It clearly was something like a fairy. It was clear as the day, you know? Incredible. Incredible. So yeah, it says Gloria Walk says, what happened to the family in Vegas that saw I'm not sure what happened to them, Gloria. I'm not really sure. They're pretty much off the radar, so I don't know what happened to those folks. And here's another person. Good evening to James. Yes, you are. He's a friend of the show, a good friend. He's part of our intergalactic broadcasting network on TikTok. We're starting this network, and we're gonna kind of pick the different people that are talking stuff here, and try to have this intergalactic network of what's going on. What'd be kind of cool is if everybody that talks about this was on at different times, like in the 24-hour period on TikTok, if we can get all the content creators that are involved in this stuff to have shows on at different times in different time zones, not all at the same time, then people can like really gravitate to everything. Like get different perspectives on here. What we do differently because we are a spiritual UFO talk show. We cover every single area. So you're going to get all perspectives here. Gazelle, thank you for the gift. And we want you to know that all these things that are happening, there's so much being released, so much being talked about. Joe says, I have a similar phenomenal pic where the camera caught so we don't get into that part, Joe. I understand that. We are only involved in the cosmic. On a more paranormal show that's not like this, that would be something interesting to look at. But we are strictly, we stay away from that stuff. Foxy P says, they keep cutting your voice off. I know who they are. Can people hear my voice okay? Bridget, truly, thank you for the roses. So I'd like to get the TikTok creators that are involved in the subject on, not to be all on at the same time, because I think that if you have 2 or 3 shows on at the same time, it doesn't do justice to either one. So if different shows come on for 2 hours, and then the next show comes on after that, and after that, then you have a whole 24-hour period from all over the world of people talking about this from Japan, United States, Germany, whatever. I think that would be that. I think we never think about that, but for me, being on here 3 years at 11 o'clock, I'd love to see all these different shows on at various times around another show, so they're not all on at the same time. It would make it for more interesting TikTok if everybody would, agree to do it. I don't know if they ever will, but that would be my facilitating that. And let's see here. Gift, thank you for joining us. And if you'd like to be part of the show, um, I think it's important that you come up and share your story. We are talking with, we're answering questions about the new Earth, where we're going as a planet, and how we're going to get there. And I think we're getting there. If we keep talking about these things, hey, Pittsburgh, hey, you, good to see you. Joe, welcome to the show. It would be better for everyone. So I think Bridget says, so I'm going to bring Bridget up here. I think she's safely parked somewhere or maybe home. So let me bring Bridget up here. As long as she's not moving anywhere, we can bring her up and talk. We're going to try this again.
Hi there.
Hi there. Are you at a safe location?
Yeah. I'm
Oh, good.
I'm in my car, but I'm in the parking lot.
She's now in the parking lot. She's not moving.
Well,
That's
I'm
good.
upstairs parking lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
upstairs. So she's
Yeah.
parked. She's not moving anywhere. We'll bring her on.
Okay.
As soon as the camera lets me do it. Let me see here.
Oh, no need for a camera. The picture is better than the real look of
Oh,
me
you're fine.
these days.
So you can talk. Right now the TikTok thing is spinning, but you can talk without the camera. Oh, there you are. You're
Oh,
good.
okay.
So
Hi.
she's now parked somewhere. She's not
I
moving
hate looking
anywhere.
at myself.
Okay, there you go. Welcome to the
Yeah,
show.
hi. I had a counter, I think in the 70s, let's see, late 70s, and it was in the daytime, and I was just walking down the street hand in hand with my girlfriend. And then all of a sudden, there's this huge sun above my head, like a blazing
Yeah,
hot sun, but there was no heat at all. And it
yeah,
was just like a huge fireball just above my head. And I looked up at it and I was like, what? What's going on? And then I looked at my girlfriend and then I looked back up there and it was gone.
yeah.
And I looked at her and I said, did you see that? And
Uh,
she said, see what? And there's no
yeah,
way you couldn't see it. It was so big
yeah,
and bright.
yeah.
So, and I was going to, see my family and stuff. And I was like, I just saw a UFO. I just saw a UFO. And everybody said, oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
and that was
Like,
just
oh, that's
no.
nice.
Yeah, whatever. You saw something.
It's just a UFO. It's just a UFO. We want to watch the football game, the
Yeah.
playoffs or whatever.
I
So
was so excited, but nobody like really cared or
how did you
um
feel about that though, Bridget? You had the experience. Thing was right there. This thing was like really bright. When you think back, were you feeling any energy from it? Because usually when people talk about these things, there's usually like energy flow that happens.
well,
And did anything go on?
well, I was very excited, so I was very just excited. And but at the time I couldn't understand because it looked like the sun to me and it was right
Yeah.
above my head. I couldn't understand why I wasn't just vaporized, because it was so
Yeah.
bright, like the sun.
Yeah, now you weren't going to be vaporized. It probably comes
Yeah.
from all the sci-fi movies. I'm going to get vaporized by a UFO. It
Well, I
didn't
mean,
happen. You're
from
still here. There
like
you go.
it, I'm not like that, but like if you're so close to the sun,
Right. Yeah.
you couldn't survive that. I would think,
Yeah. So
um,
how many minutes did that last for? The sighting was so close to you. Couple
it
minutes, couple seconds,
it was seconds, yeah, because it was
seconds.
just like I was just in awe, and then I checked with my partner, and she didn't see anything. She didn't know what I was
Yeah.
talking about. Thought I
Yeah.
was crazy or something like that. And I've seen orbs like outside my window, like blue,
Yeah.
like just going zip, 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 like that, you know?
Well, the blue is nice. The blue orbs are just representational of a higher frequency of energy. So, and how big were these blue
Yeah,
orbs? Are they small, big, medium size?
smaller, small,
Yeah,
like well, smaller than the blazing sun one.
yeah,
They're just,
yeah.
like let's see, like what would be that? Like a beach ball size, I
A beach
guess.
ball size, okay. And when you
Yeah.
saw the beach ball size blue orbs, did you get like a sense of feeling of something,
No, I was
or
just
no?
like, what the heck was that?
What the heck was
No,
that?
I didn't get
Wow,
any
that's all
feelings.
right. Not
Oh,
everybody does. Some people are sensitive to these things,
yeah,
and other people just like say "wow," and it's
yeah,
okay if you don't have any like sensitivity
yeah.
to it. It's just
And
interesting.
we were talking about dreaming
Mm,
earlier, which I don't remember my dreams too much these days, but
mm-hmm,
I used to have a reoccurring one where I'm being chased by somebody, and
mm-hmm.
then it seemed like, I mean, it seemed real to me, but it seems like so phony because I'm just running, and I put out my arms, and then
Mm-hmm.
I glide up way above them so they can't get me. And
Interesting.
it's
So
it's
that was
very
a.
cool. It's a
It
very cool
seems like
feeling.
you. It seems
It's like,
like you were you were astral traveling out of your body.
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, you
You
were. You
know,
were
it
astral
was the
traveling. That's what that is.
oh because the other night you were I was watching you and you were going to take us up to a ship.
Yeah,
And I was trying to do that and I just couldn't do it. And,
yeah.
oh, I really want
And
to
you know
do
what?
that.
We're going to do that again this month. You reminded me. I'm setting a date up this month at some point in April. I'm going to do
Hmm.
another Golden Ship of Light transport, and I'm going to take everybody who's not familiar with it. I have done workshops in Connecticut here in the United States where I've taken people off planet to the Golden Ship of Light, which is as big as our planet Earth. If you can fathom that in your consciousness, it's a real planet. It's a living ship,
Yeah,
and it's just an amazing place. I've been there many times in my consciousness, but when I'm facilitating it, I will stay here just to make sure everybody in the group goes to the ship. We're going to be
yeah.
doing another one of those on encounters pretty soon.
I didn't make it. I don't know. I
You
didn't get
will.
up there.
Don't feel bad they didn't make it, because not
And
everybody does the first time. It takes, just like meditation, it takes practice, just like yoga. Yoga takes practice to do yoga. Everything is practice.
that's the problem. Like I've gone to meditation class and I can't do it. I just can't
Yeah.
do it.
You know what you have to do?
And
You have to take the word "can't do it" and
oh,
throw it out of your vocabulary. That's the first
yeah,
thing.
okay.
So just don't say "can't do it" anymore. Just throw that
Hold on.
word "can't do it." Can't do it.
Goodbye.
Because if you keep saying "can't do it," you're going to have a conscious reality of "I can't do it." If you say "I can do it," "I can
Like,
do it," that's the positive mantra. "I can do it."
yeah, like
I know
the
you can.
train, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
train. I know I
Yeah.
can. I know
You can
I
do
can.
it.
I know I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there you
Uh,
go.
I mean, I've been trying to astral because I heard it back in the 70s, astral projection or
Astral
whatever.
projection. Yeah.
And I've been trying to do that. I, w I was trying to do that for a long, long time. And then I just kind of gave up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
But
that would be,
just have trust in yourself. I feel energy. You just have to trust in yourself that you can do these things. Don't ever self doubt yourself, because our mind, the brain, wants you to self doubt yourself. When in fact, if you listen to your higher self, which is the other part of you within you, you can do all these things. And
yeah,
when we go off planet next time, you're going to have the experience. You're going to let go of the "I cannot do this" before it starts and say, "I'm excited. I'm going to be able to do it." That's all you got to do.
well, I hope I don't miss
You're not going to miss anything. We'll make sure
that
you're off planet.
TikTok.
Yeah, we'll have you go off planet for sure.
Because I work and stuff, so I just randomly go on TikTok and you just appeared tonight. I was like, cool, someone
Yeah,
to
well, I'm
listen
glad you're
to while
here.
I drive home. Yeah,
No, no, this is a good thing. All right, Bridget. I want to
okay,
thank you so much for being here, and I'm glad that you parked because I didn't get in trouble, and you're good.
yeah, okay. Well,
All
I'll
right,
let you
everyone.
go.
Bridget, thanks so much for stopping in. I appreciate you.
Yay! I
We're gonna bring her
appreciate you
down.
too.
And
Okay,
I am so amped up, folks. Here, I really am. Like, I love everybody out here. You know, a lot of the TikTok creators will do their thing. Do you ever see other TikTok creators say, "I love all of you"? Do you? Do you ever see people say that? Yes, or do they get into the ego thing like no, they'll keep talking. They never bring anybody up. They never have an interaction with anybody. I don't understand. When I first got on TikTok, I noticed some of the TikTok creators, depending, no matter what the subject is, they're talking, 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 and there's no interaction. You know. But here on Encounters, you bet your boots that we're going to have an interaction with people. I love everybody. I'm going to share what my knowledge is on the new earth. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to do it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And you are safe here. I know eventually I'm going to have to go to sleep. Now, let me tell you something. Tomorrow, I'm going outdoors and I'm microfarming. So I microfarm light energy. I don't microfarm the light energy, but I infuse the light energy. I'm putting together a greenhouse in this room here tomorrow. And I'm going to be using hydroponic grow lights in a kit I have here. I'm going to be starting from seed watermelons. I grow watermelons, and my watermelons are heirloom and organic. So I'm growing 7 types of watermelons in the hydroponic system. And we're in New England, so sometime in the first week of May, I should be planting watermelons in the ground, the plants. So I'll be growing a watermelon that is going to be over 250 pounds, a 250-pound watermelon, and I'm growing it. When I do, the rabbits got to my melons last year, but I'm putting up a fence. I'm putting up the small wire fencing around my area of my microfarm area, and it'll keep the rabbits out. They won't be able to get in. But if everything goes well, I'll be growing 20 to 30-pound watermelons, and I'll be growing one that goes up to 200 pounds, but I'm going to get it to grow up to 250 pounds, and that's what we're going to definitely do. So, yeah, definitely. I hope to get one of the pearls. I know April has talked about the pearls on the ship. The pearl is a watermelon that space people grow, and it's pretty small. So I'm hoping when I go on the ship at some point, I can bring back a pearl and grow it here on Earth. That would be kind of cool. I'd be like really cool to do that. Welcome everybody coming in here. You're watching a live program. Yes, it is. Now, one of the things I do is I think out of the box. I'm not your typical TikToker talking about UFOs. I am Encounters, the number one spiritual UFO talk show. That's right. And you're going to see me doing all these wonderful backgrounds to give you the positive aspects of contact, not people running away from spaceships. There are images of that. I've seen pictures of people being taken up and being abducted in a ray onto a ship. You don't see that here, Pearls are your favorite. Good. So it is getting a little bit late. Oh, man. I've been on here since 10 o'clock. It's now 3 hours. 3 hours. So I'm gonna kind of sign out here. I think I'm making you tired. Patriot for Life, welcome to the show, Nikki. So I think you probably will. I just want to send my love out to everybody. We did 108,400. Please go to my bio, everybody. 340 of you. If you're not following me, go to my bio and press the red button and the like button. That's all I ask of you. If you just do those 2 little things for me, I appreciate it before you go off. Make sure you go up to my bio, press the red follow button and my like button before you go. Hey, we'll be possibly on tomorrow night. I'm not sure because we are going to be driving 2 hours to get to upstate New York. So I might want to rest my consciousness tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet. You too, Brenda. Everybody else, you all have a great night. All the new people, please follow us. You'll get to know when we're live. We love you all. Everybody, thanks for watching Encounters. This is CmdrAleon. And matter of fact, here's my brother. Hold on a minute. Hi, I'm CmdrAleon's brother. I don't have any glasses on. We're twins. I'm his twin. I'm Alion's brother. So he's going to sleep. I'm going to stay on here for another 6 hours. You'll get to talk to me. As you know, my eyes are a little bit shy because I'm Alion's brother. Wait, hold on a minute. I couldn't let him do that. It wouldn't be right. I couldn't let my twin get on here. It just wouldn't be right. I want to go to sleep. I don't want to keep my TikTok thing running all night. That would be kind of crazy. Anyway, I love you all. I made you laugh. That's good. And I want you to all be happy. Don't let anything bother you. We live in a beautiful, beautiful world. And whatever you're going through, understand I'm here for you. Be here for yourself. Don't let anybody get you down. Don't attack anybody. Just love each other, because this is what we need to do: is love each other. All right. I love you all. Take care.